Vascular Institute's cardiology team at Uniontown Hospital is a top-tier provider of interventional cardiac care. With a dedicated staff, including board-certified interventional cardiologists, the cardiology department is fully equipped with the resources necessary to provide accurate and effective treatment. Utilizing 2 catheterization labs, 2 stress testing machines, and 2 echocardiography machines, the cardiac care team is prepared to accommodate a variety of cardiovascular emergencies and conditions. For more information about cardiac care at Uniontown Hospital, please call 724-430-5530 for the cardiac cath lab or 724-430-5653 for cardiac diagnostic testing. Open 24 hours for your convenience. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital looks forward to assisting you.
Did you take your medications this morning? Apothecare Pharmacy now offers Apothepacks. All your medications come in pre-sorted packs organized by the date and time you take them. From seniors to caregivers to parents whose children take medications at school to travelers, Apothepacks helps people know when and how to take their medicines. It's free to make the switch from bottles. Call us at 724-437-7801 to get started with Apothepacks. Managing your medications is easy with Apothepacks, now available at Apothecare Pharmacy. Apothepacks is a sealed packet with customer's name, day, and time of dose. From seniors to caregivers to parents whose children take medications at school to travelers, Apothepacks helps people know when and how to take their medicines. It's free to make the switch from bottles. Call us at 724-437-7801. That's 724-437-7801 to get started with Apothepacks. Ask us about free delivery.
It's time for another C.R. Brana Group High School Sports Night. Coverage of high school basketball here on WMBS and the Turbo Live High School Sports Network, which is being brought to you by Novacare Rehabilitation, the Radcliffe Law Firm, Fayette County Recorder of Deeds, John Marietta, Derby's Riverside Ford, Shop and Save, the Catholic War Veterans, Post 1669 in Hopwood, M&R Transit, Mama Ruka's Pizza Shop, WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, Jimmy John's, Ted Soba and Son Body and Fender Repair, George Dental Associates, Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning, Board of Uniontown, Attorney Melinda Delarose, Casey Sports Cafe, Cherokee Recycling, the Sprouse Insurance Group and Insurance Agent David Hughes, Peach and Pharmacy inside the downtown Connellsville Peach and Market, Davis and Davis Attorneys at Law, SWGI in Uniontown, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, the Centers for Rehab Services and Physical Therapist Jim Burns, Potter's Bar and Grill, Autoland Hyundai, First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, General Dentist Dr. Jonathan Krisner and Dr. Jennifer Haar, Russ Playhunter, local Allstate Insurance Agent, Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Movement Physiotherapy, Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshak, Armstrong, Megan Ford, Uniontown Mayor Bill Kirky, Attorney Vincent J. T-Berry, Garrett Breakout, candidate for South Union Township Supervisor in 2023, Joby's Golf, Uniontown Detailing, Sandy Howell Notary Services, the C. Harper Auto Group, State Farm Agent Lauren Yeoman, Zen's Construction Warehouse, Fayette County Commissioner Vince Facides, B Graphics, South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon, attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Wood at Watson Mundorf LLP, Big Al's Market, and Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation. Now stay tuned for the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on WMBS and on the Turbo Live High School Sports Network.
From Mount Lebanon High School, we're set to tip off the WPIAL high school basketball season tonight as the Laurel Highlands Mustangs will be taking on the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanula tonight. Jerry Dupay behind the camera on our Facebook Live video feed, and Nick Parchek back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and Insurance Agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. And Tony, Laurel Highlands a season ago, 27-1. They went 10-0 in Section 1 5A play, now moving down to 4A this season. Rick Hogger in his 18th year as the Mustangs head coach. Mount Lebanon, a pretty good season as well last year. 16-10, 7-3 out of Section 2 and 6A. Joe David in his 23rd year as Mount Lebanon's head coach. We should have a pretty good opener tonight.
Have a real good game here tonight. I think that obviously Mount Lebanon, a great program within the WPIAL, and the Mustangs coming off the WPIAL championship, and we'll see what they have. I just talked to Coach Hogger a little bit ago and said that he's just worried about how the guys are coming off football season. They really haven't had much practice with the team, so it should be kind of interesting. We'll see how they play. Like I said, hopefully everybody's off the injuries and things like that from football season, and they're ready to go here for basketball.
All right, video stream tonight, by the way, courtesy of M&R Transit and South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. Also simulcasting on the South Union Township Sports Network. I have to thank the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes there, United Bank, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Jason Scott, South Union Township Supervisor, Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, and Zebly Mahalav and White, Uniontown Business and Bankruptcy Attorneys. And Tony, you look at the Mustangs, 2 WPIAL titles over the last 3 years, looking to make one more run behind Rodney Gallagher and Keandre DeShields. They open up the season tonight against Mount Lebanon, but the big question mark is, what kind of depth do the Mustangs have behind Rodney and Keandre?
Well, they do have some holes to fill, there's no doubt, with Brandon Davis leaving, and we kind of talked about this earlier in the week. I think the big key is they're going to miss Davis's scoring, but the key to him was really he played great defense against the number one player on the other team. So hopefully that Mustangs have somebody to step up and pick up where Davis left off. And you also look, too, you had Joe Chambers, who could be Mr. Inside, Mr. Outside on both ends, too. And he's going to be a big hole to fill as well. So let's see who steps up tonight for the Mustangs.
It could be a tough opening weekend for Laurel Highlands. 2 6A opponents will take on Erie McDowell tomorrow afternoon as well at 3:30. McDowell right now battling Northgate, and they're up 34-29 in the closing seconds of the third quarter in that contest. And those are the kind of games you want. Maybe not the type of non-conference schedule Laurel Highlands wanted last year. They thought it was going to be tough. Wasn't tough enough, but they've certainly toughened it up this year.
Well, and they have, and that's what I was telling Coach Hogger as well. I looked at that early schedule, and really they have it pretty loaded up, and they're really going to find out what kind of team they are early on. And that's the thing. I mean, you want to play better competition so you can get good and see exactly what you have and what you need to work on.
Mount Lebanon coached by Joe David. Of course, he was a former Pitt Panther basketball player back in the 1980s, but they graduated 4 seniors as well from a team that made the WPIAL semifinals and 6A and qualified for the PIAA playoffs. That basically means, Tony, that when we get this game started tonight, 7 of the 10 players starting the game did not start varsity action a season ago.
Right, and that's what happens with attrition and graduation and things like that. But the nice part about the Mustangs is they have 2 of their top players coming back this year in Gallagher and DeShields. So, they kind of have a little heads up already on Mount Lebanon here tonight.
It was interesting, Tony. I was around town a little bit today, and I was actually stopped by multiple people that said they hope the Mustangs get revenge for 1967. I actually had to question some folks about the depth and what happened then. That was about 11 years before I even came around. And the Mustangs, in their first year of existence in 1967, they're undefeated going into a game with Mount Lebanon in the WPIAL semifinals. And the Blue Devils gave the Mustangs their first ever loss in school history, knocking off Laurel Highlands in triple overtime.
Right, and the Mustangs still feel it to this day. And as you said, that's 1967. Matter of fact, you probably weren't even born then.
I wasn't. I said I was 11 years away from even being born.
Yeah, nice. Well, I was about 6 years old, so I don't remember it vividly, but I've read enough articles and talked to enough people. So, you know what, anytime you can beat a good Mount Lebanon team, it's a good win for the program.
Well, it should be a lot of fun tonight. Again, Laurel Highlands opening up the 2022-2023 campaign against Mount Lebanon. We'll talk to Laurel Highlands head coach Rick Hogger and Mount Lebanon head coach Joe David on our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Law. I have experience in workplace accident cases for nearly 15 years. If you've been hurt at work and are trying to navigate a workers' compensation claim, are you being treated unfairly by your employer? When you're hurt at work, your employer's main goal is to get you back to work, but you may not be physically ready to do that. If you find yourself in a similar situation, call us at Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. We'll meet with you at no cost. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
NovaCare Rehabilitation is now in Masontown. Using a personalized plan of care and one-on-one sessions, NovaCare gives you an advantage in rehabilitation. Dr. Haley Cruiser and our professional staff are certified to use industry-leading treatments, including LVST Big Therapy for Parkinson's disease, which increases mobility, improves balance, and decreases time necessary to complete tasks. These services supplement NovaCare's exceptional orthopedic, concussion, and vestibular dysfunction resources. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call our new Masontown office on Route 21 McClellantown Road at 724-491-5220.
It's a fact, we go your way all around every day. It's a fact, we're striving harder to get you farther.
Holiday shopping has begun, you know. The hustle and bustle of busy streets and parking lots. Wouldn't it be better if there was a bus shuttle service where you wouldn't have to worry about anything other than shopping and making sure you got all of the gifts on your list? Wait! There is. Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation has a free shuttle service from their transfer center every Monday through Friday. That's right, free. Just park your car at the transfer center from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and forget all the fuss and get on the bus. No headaches this holiday season. FACT also has public transportation service to Pittsburgh area malls and shopping plazas. All FACT vehicles are handicapped accessible. For more information on routes and schedules, visit www.factbus.com.
It's a fact. We're Fayette County Public Transit.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Going on now at Hogger Chevrolet.
Get a new 2023 Chevy Equinox for only $269 per month. Stop in for a test drive or visit charperchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year, with $2,999 cash with rate equity down with GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment while supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
Laurel Highlands and Mount Lebanon High School boys basketball action tonight as the season tips off. Being joined by Mustang head coach Rick Hogger. And, Coach, you got your football guys back, and you're ready to tip off the basketball season tonight, taking on a pretty good Blue Devil squad.
Oh, absolutely. And this is what we were hoping for, Brian, is for a tough non-section schedule. And, we were able to achieve that. I think if anyone looks at our non-section schedule, it's hard for me to imagine that there's many 4A teams that have, the type of schedule that we have. But that's what we were hoping for, and hopefully it does what we need to be prepared for and help us meet those challenges.
You actually might have one of the tougher non-conference schedules around the state. You look at Mount Lebanon and Erie McDowell this weekend. You have a rematch with Gateway coming up later on this month, and then games against Lincoln Park and West Philadelphia at the end of December.
Yeah, no question. But we thought we had toughened it up enough last year. As it turned out, evidently, we didn't. But it didn't really hurt us that much because once you got into the playoffs, you had to meet those challenges against good teams. And for the most part, we were able to do that. But, I thought, there were times where, our kids weren't challenged enough. And, if you're going to be good, in my opinion, you've got to get challenged long and hard. And I think this will certainly accomplish that part. Whether it, it's probably not going to help our record any, but, that's fine. We have something hard to work for there in those games, and we'll be all right.
I think one can argue that 4A this year actually might even be stronger than 5A was the season ago.
Not knowing a lot of those teams personnel-wise, other than by reputation, I would tend to agree with that. And having said that, a lot of the teams to this point right now, I don't really know anything about, including the two teams we're going to play this weekend. As we go along, it gets easier to find out information, and game films are available. But right now, all teams are just kind of working, probably to make sure that their team takes care of what they want to do or will try to accomplish and see how it works out. So, but by reputation, and some of the teams know a little bit, there's a lot of strong competition in 4A, especially within our section, in my mind.
Yeah, you look at Vernon and Uniontown, both of those teams expected to be strong as well this season. And you look at your team, of course, you lost Brandon Davis in the offseason. You still have Rodney Gallagher and Keandre DeShields coming back. And talk about some of the improvement that the rest of your core maybe has made in the offseason as well.
Well, we've had a group of kids outside of the kids that were playing football, that were pretty, reliable and diligent and worked hard, during, the summer months, and then, after school started there for, a month or two. We have some kids I think can shoot the ball, and with Rodney and even Keandre distributing it around with the attention they're going to get, I believe that will provide some open looks for some of these kids. But we have a group of about 12 kids that I could probably put in a game and have a reasonable amount of confidence in them. Most of those have no varsity experience, though, and so we're going to have to see how well they adjust to that. But in our two schedules, Patrick Cavanaugh is the one kid that sticks out for me the most. He's one of our tallest kids. I mean, him and Keandre are really the only height we have, so to speak, and Patrick's only 6'3". But he's been doing a terrific job defending and rebounding and being unselfish, being a good screener and getting to the basket when it's available. So I liked what I've seen from him. We'll start out the season with Blaze Krisner and Mason Bolish filling the other two spots. Both athletic kids, both can shoot it a little bit. And off the bench, Antoine Black would likely be the first player off the bench. But he was a football player. He hasn't had much work. And, Nate Schwartzfeger and Ethan Koffler, Michael Bittner, Shane Layton, Jaden Ringer, Kellen Milson, any of those kids, I wouldn't have a problem playing. But as you know, in closely competitive games, it's kind of hard to go any deeper than 8 guys most of the time. So, we'll have to see how it all plays out. Fortunately, we have a little bit of time before the section starts to try to figure out some of these situations and also have kids play their way into more playing time or maybe even play themselves out of some playing time. You never know, but I feel reasonably comfortable with any of those guys in the ball game.
That's Laurel Highlands head coach Rick Hogger. We'll talk to Mount Lebanon head coach Joe David when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer litigated over 275 civil and criminal trials, some of which have been aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. Having an engineering degree, master's in business administration, and law degree qualifies him to go toe-to-toe with anyone. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field and Marcellus gas negotiations, and family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. Phone 724-425-1162 or email TommySchaefer@hotmail.com. Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon has spent his life helping others. Now in his 17th year of service, he previously served us as a district judge for 24 years after 8 years of teaching our kids. Like in basketball, Rick Vernon knows that it takes a team to produce winning results. Let's keep our great team of supervisors together. Rick Vernon says, go team!
Pizza, beer, atmosphere. It's all at Mom Maruka's Pizza, located on Barton Mill Road in Uniontown. Mom Maruka's is your prime spot to enjoy local high school sports. Family owned and operated, the Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, wings, and the best Italian hoagie and homemade bruschetta in town. Mom Maruca's is open Monday through Saturday from 4 to 10 for indoor and outdoor dining and takeout. Don't forget Mom's catering services for your next party or gathering. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarucaPizza.com for their menu and live music schedule. Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasick has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com. Planning a sports fundraiser? B Graphics makes it easy. B Graphics will set up an online store with hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and other gear with your team and school logo. Ordering, shipping, payment, B Graphics handles everything, and you get a check with the profits. Minimal effort, maximum success. Call or go online to set up your online store at bgraphics.com. B-E-E, graphics with an X.com. Best of the best, screen printing and embroidery 3 years running. bgraphics.com.
Prime Rozak back here in the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. The high school basketball season tipping off on WMBS tonight. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs and Mount Lebanon taking on the Blue Devils, being joined by Mount Lebanon head coach Joe David. And Joe, a nice run for your Mount Lebanon program last year. Made it to the WPIAL semifinals in 6A, also to the first round of the state playoffs, but you lost some key seniors to graduation in the offseason.
Well, we return, actually we lost 4 of our 5 starters, so we returned 1 starter this year, and he averaged about 7 points. So I have a relatively young group as far as an experience goes. But, we're playing pretty well. We did really well in the fall and the summer, and we're getting better. We're getting better. But I like the group. They're a good group. They play well together, and they play hard. So we're going to give some teams some challenges.
Of course, always a grind playing in 6A, and you guys certainly go outside and play some tough non-conference competition as well.
Yeah, we're heading to Hilton Head. We're playing some really tough teams down there. We're heading to Parkersburg the following week, and we're playing some teams. I think Parkersburg South was 26-4 last year. Our team from North Carolina, Grafton Day, was like 27-2 or something like that. So, I like to challenge my team. We're not afraid to lose. I think you can learn a lot from playing really good teams, exposes your weaknesses, and you can get back in the gym after that and kind of get your team better. So I really enjoy playing good teams. I don't enjoy games where there's not a lot of competition.
And you should get a pretty good test to open up the season against Laurel Highlands, a team that won a WPIAL championship last year in 5A, made it to the state quarterfinals, and, of course, returns both Rodney Gallagher and Keandre DeShields.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing on Friday. Again, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to play those guys. They're a very good team. They're very well coached. They have obviously good talent. And, where do we stand amongst those types of teams and those types of players? Our Westinghouse, couldn't play in our tip-off tournament, so we're kind of scattered a little bit. I have bringing a team in the Northgate going to play McDowell, but, I wanted to play Laurel. So we're playing them on Friday, and then Laurel's going to go ahead and play McDowell on Saturday. We're not going to go and play Saturday because there's not a team for us to play, but I definitely wanted to play them because I think they're the best team in the tournament. So we'll see where we stand. They're a good team. I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Hopefully you can find a makeup game along the way. I think Laurel's a game short as well, so maybe if the game goes well, you can make a return trip down here to Fayette County later in the year. Yeah, that might be good. That's one of those things too where if they're feeling like I feel, whoever loses is going to want to get in our shot. If it's a good game. So hopefully we can hang in there with them and make it a good game. That's Mount Lebanon head coach Joe David. The Blue Devils hosting the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. High school basketball action here on WMBS and the Triple I High School Sports Network. The Mustangs will also be here at Mount Lebanon tomorrow taking on Erie McDowell. And we'll get the thoughts of Kevin O'Connor, as Erie McDowell's head coach, on what he thinks about playing the Mustangs tomorrow when our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill and Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Chris Parker Jr., it's time to go over the river and through the woods.
In time for the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Whether you're traveling to Grandma's for the holidays or planning a winter vacation, we have the vehicle to get you there.
I'm sure you have some special winter getaway deals, too.
Interest rates are high now, but here's something to be thankful for. Most new 2023 Hyundais come with 0% financing for 36 months with approved credit. Or take advantage of $1,250 HMF bonus cash on the roomy new 2023 Hyundai Sonata or Santa Fe Limited.
How about a low payment?
We have a fantastic selection of 2023 Elantras. Lease the new 2023 Elantra SE for only $219 per month. Just see us for details.
And every new Hyundai comes with Hyundai Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, and 3-year free complimentary maintenance. Visit them online at AutolandHyundai.com or 25 East Fayette Street, downtown Uniontown.
You always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
Award-winning cardiac care is close to home at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. According to 2022 statistics by the CDC, roughly 18.2 million Americans over the age of 20 have coronary artery disease. Each year, 805,000 people experience a heart attack. Of those attacks, 1 in 5 go unnoticed, resulting in underlying conditions. The WVU Medicine Heart and Vascular Institute's cardiology team at Uniontown Hospital is a top-tier provider of interventional cardiac care. With a dedicated staff, including board-certified interventional cardiologists, the cardiology department is fully equipped with the resources necessary to provide accurate and effective treatment. Utilizing 2 catheterization labs, 2 stress testing machines, and 2 echocardiography machines, the cardiac care team is prepared to accommodate a variety of cardiovascular emergencies and conditions. For more information about cardiac care at Uniontown Hospital, please call 724-430-5530 for the cardiac cath lab or 724-430-5653 for cardiac diagnostic testing. Open 24 hours for your convenience. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital looks forward to assisting you.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borch Jr.
Prime Rozak back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs in action tonight, taking on Mount Lebanon. Tomorrow, Laurel Highlands will play Erie McDowell. The schedule for this Mount Lebanon tip-off tournament actually got turned upside down midweek when Westinghouse pulled out of the tournament. The organizers here at Mount Lebanon were able to get Northgate to come into play Erie McDowell tonight, who the Mustangs were originally set to play. Of course, Laurel Highlands playing Mount Lebanon today. They'll play Erie McDowell tomorrow. And McDowell, who's actually just wrapping up a game right now with Northgate, had an opportunity to talk to their head coach, Kevin O'Connor, and he said it certainly will be a challenge taking on the likes of Rodney Gallagher and Keandre DeShields tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, those guys can go. I mean, they like the ball in their hands. They create. They can score off the bounce. They move. They definitely want to get downhill on you. And, we're preparing for that. It's tough to prepare for the speed of somebody like those two. Certainly everybody knows how good they are and their ball skills and just their freakish plays that they make. And, we're up for the challenge. Like I said, the game like that certainly gets our attention. For going forward, we want to make a playoff run, and teams like Laurel Highlands, even though they're 4A, they can compete with the 6A level. I'm confident in that.
One of the main reasons Westinghouse pulled out of the tournament this weekend, their high school football team in action tonight, taking on Steel Valley in a 2A semifinal round state game, that game being played over at West Mifflin High School. We're still expecting a pretty exciting weekend of basketball here at Mount Lebanon. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs taking on the host school, the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils, and we're back with the starting lineups in the opening tip-off right after this when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues here on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Keep your legal needs close to home. Attorney Vincent T. Berry specializes in criminal justice, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. Attorney T. Berry is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to Attorney Vince T. Berry It will be the only call you need to make. Call 724-430-0300. That's 724-430-0300.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Garrett Breakiron has been a business owner and doctor in the Uniontown community for 38 years. He's actively involved in the community, served as team chiropractor for the Laurel Highlands School District, and was inducted into the Laurel Highlands Life Achievement Hall of Fame. Dr. Breakiron is also chairman of the Fayette County Reagan Republicans and wants to continue to make a difference in the community. And he'll be running for South Union Township Supervisor in the May 2023 primary. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs from Dr. Garrett Breakiron.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a veterans organization located in Fayette County since 1950. They are proud to advertise on WMBS sports programs and to contribute to the Veterans Hospital, local sports teams, and scouting organizations. Best of luck to all of our local teams from the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
This is Mayor Bill Gerke here again of Watch Sports and Academics Unite Our Community. Now, as your mayor, I have the privilege of uniting our community through a different conduit. Through the implementation of our city comprehensive plan and the construction of the city's sheepskin trail, I'm excited about the growth and progression of our city. Please join me in our campaign to move Uniontown forward. Please join me in taking on the challenge to make our city a place where we can live better, work smarter, and play more joyfully. This is your mayor, Bill Gerke, and I thank you, and I hope to see you at the game.
Are your dentures cracked, loose, broken, or missing a tooth? Or maybe it's time for a new set of dentures. Call the office of Dr. Jonathan Krisner and Dr. Jennifer Haar at 600 Cherry Tree Lane in Uniontown. Thanks to their in-office denture lab, they can make your new dentures faster than other offices, and in most cases, same-day denture repairs. They also offer teeth whitening, clear braces, and single-visit crowns. Call for your appointment. 724-438-0241 or visit their Facebook page.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturdays, 8 till 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Rags a call today at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
Brian Morozak back here at Mount Lebanon High School. Still about 15 minutes away from tipping it off tonight. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils. The Northgate Erie McDowell game went a little late. Actually just wrapped up. Erie McDowell downing Northgate 56-39 on our Peachins Pharmacy scoreboard. Again, Peachins Pharmacy located inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market. A big win for Uniontown today as well. The Red Raiders downing Steel Valley 91-21. Yes, that's right, 91-21. A 70-point win for Uniontown over Steel Valley at the Norwin tournament. Now, granted, Steel Valley playing without a couple of their top players in that game as well. Steel Valley playing in the PIAA football playoffs tonight against Westinghouse. So Steel Valley shorthanded, and Uniontown certainly took advantage there with a 70-point win. Connellsville fell to Franklin Regional earlier on today, 55-21. That game played in the Hempfield tournament. Also, Penn Trafford and Greensburg Central Catholic going on right now at Hempfield. Greensburg-Salem taking on the host school later on tonight. In the Brownsville tournament, West Green taking on Albert Gallatin, and Beth Center taking on the host school Brownsville. Fraser playing in the McGuffey tournament. They're at McGuffey at 8 o'clock tonight. Avella and Shar Houston underway right now in that tournament as well. And one PIAA football score to pass along to you early on, just in the opening quarter. Vernon a 14-0 lead over Central Martinsburg. Vernon's basketball team took it on the chin. Again, like Steel Valley shorthanded, they lost by 20 to Thomas Jefferson by a score of 83-63. That game being played as part of the Mon Valley Invitational at Ringgold. In fact, 5 games being played over at Ringgold today. Charleroi playing the host school Ringgold. Sarah Catholic taking on McKeesport. The Mustangs will see McKeesport next Friday night. Monessen at South Allegheny, and Elizabeth Forward taking on Clairton. So a busy day of basketball over at Ringgold for the Mon Valley Invitational. Again, we're back here at Mount Lebanon tomorrow as Laurel Highlands will take on Erie McDowell. We'll have the Uniontown Connellsville game for you coming up on Tuesday, and then Laurel Highlands traveling to McKeesport for a 7 o'clock start, and that will be next Friday night with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show starting at 6:30. Well, Tony's down getting the starting lineups. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with those lineups when our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
For attorney Melinda Delarose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Delarose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Delarose at 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at delaroselaw.com.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Whether you have trouble swallowing, acid reflux, abdominal pain, bowel habit difficulties, or fatty liver disease, our team at U.S. Digestive Health is here for you. And importantly, if you have reached age 45, we urge you to follow the American Cancer Society guidelines and get a screening colonoscopy. To learn more, call us at 724-437-7677 or visit us at usdigestivehealth.com.
Stop by Big Al's Market and Six-Pack Shop on North Gallatin Avenue in Uniontown. Family owned and operated by Phil Lucioni and Dominic Sabatini, Big Al's features 2 one-topping pizzas and a 2-liter for $21.99. Or try an Italian hoagie and a 20-ounce drink for $6.99. Check out some of Big Al's other homemade food items, including pasta salads, macaroni salad, and deli items. Big Al's Market and Six-Pack Shop, 72 North Gallatin Avenue. Phone 724-550-4252.
Fayette County Recorder of Deeds John Marietta would like to wish the best of luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, the Uniontown Red Raiders, and all of our local teams this year. He would also like to recognize all of the talented student athletes who showcase their efforts either on the field or on the sidelines as members of the cheerleading squad or band during game time and halftime performances. Again, this message is brought to you by Fayette County Recorder of Deeds, John Marietta, wishing everyone the best of luck this year. This message has been paid for by HBJ Radio. M&R Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, has been helping students travel safely to school in Fayette County for more than 3 years. M&R Transit is a proud sponsor of the Laurel Highlands football team and wishes all of our area teams the best of luck. For more information about M&R Transit, phone 724-439-3164 or stop into their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
Hello, this is your Fayette County Commissioner, Vince Facides. There is nothing more exciting than high school sports. As a graduate of Laurel Highlands and a letterman myself, I know all the athletes work extra hard to be competitive, plus maintain their study skills. Again, this is Commissioner Vince Facides saluting all of the young contestants for their efforts. Good luck and may the best team prevail. And the winner is...
Back here at Mount Lebanon High School, Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanola. About 8 minutes away from the opening tip-off tonight, and Tony's here with your starting lineups. The starting lineups being brought to you by U.S. Digestive Health and the Southwestern Endoscopy Center in Uniontown. Problems with the digestive tract or no picnic? Get help today. Call U.S. Digestive Health and Southwestern Endoscopy Center at 724-437-7677. Here's Tony.
All right, tonight for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, their starters tonight will be number 1, Keandre DeShields, a 6'3" senior guard. Number 2, Rodney Gallagher, a 6-foot senior guard. Number 3, Mason Bolish, a 5'11" senior guard. Number 11, Blaze Krisner, a 5'10" senior guard. And number 15, Patrick Kavanaugh, a 6'3" senior forward. For the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils, their starters tonight will be Tanner Donati, a 6'1" senior guard. Michael Pfeiffer, a 6'2" senior guard. Nathaniel Gerard, a 5'11" junior guard. Lucas Garofoli, a 5'8" senior guard. And Brody Barber, a 6'2" junior guard for the Blue Devils.
For the Blue Devils, Garofoli, the only returning starter from Mount Lebanon. Of course, Keandre DeShields and Rodney Gallagher back as starters for the Mustangs. Rodney now sitting on 1,442 career points. Keandre, 881, and those include the points he scored at Uniontown during his freshman year.
Well, and you would expect most of the scoring to come from both of those two players, so I don't think it'll take long for Keandre DeShields to get to 1,000 in his career here this year.
And, of course, our buddy Big George down in Delaware, expecting a big game out of Keandre tonight. He says he has the over-under on 2 dunks from Keandre. What do you think about that?
I hope he does. I hope he's correct, put it that way.
Mustangs also last year, Tony, great at the free throw line. They shot 73% as a team.
Well, and that was a big key to a lot of their wins, Brian. I mean, once you got in, other teams got in foul trouble, and they had to foul to stay in the games, and the Mustangs knocked them down and picked up some victories at the foul line because of it.
Of course, the Mustangs lost Brandon Davis, transferred up to a prep school in Erie. He averaged 16.1 points a game.
Well, and as I said, I think the offense with Davis is one thing, but I think the defense on his end was the most important thing. I mean, he was a lockdown player, and he can defend against the best player on the other side. So Laurel Highlands going to have to find somebody to do that here this season for them because the loss of Davis, like I said, I think it's more defensive than offensive.
I think there's certainly going to be a feeling out process here early on. I mean, you look at this game, Tony, I don't think it would surprise me if Laurel Highlands wins by 20. I don't think it would shock a lot of folks if Mount Lebanon wins by 20. You just don't know this early on in the season.
Well, you got to think that, I would think that a lot of the Mount Lebanon players are strictly basketball, which is a big difference too because they've been training pretty much throughout the fall to get ready for basketball season, where you've got Laurel Highlands and you've got a number of players who are on the football team, so a little bit different to get into basketball shape compared to football, but we'll see what happens early on. I mean, really, Coach Hogger only had a couple weeks to work with these guys, and I'm sure a couple of them even took a few days off after the football season just to heal up a little bit, so it'll be interesting to see what we get here tonight.
We talked about some of the rich history here at Mount Lebanon as well. 4-time WPIAL champs, won the 3A title back in 1961, 4A in 2006, 4A in 2010, and most recently the 6A title back in 2019.
Well, and an interesting number that I looked at compared to last year. I mean, they were 16-10 on the year and actually got to the semifinals in the WPIAL, so they peaked at the right time. And, that's just it. If you play a tough schedule and get to playoff time and you're ready to go, I mean, you could see good coach in Joe David, so we'll see what they can do here tonight.
You heard Coach David tell us during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, they really like to go out and play tough competition. They're heading down to Hilton Head playing Parkersburg, one of the top teams in West Virginia. So like the Mustangs are kind of doing this year as well, they're traveling around to play some tough competition.
Well, and it only helps out as the year goes on. I mean, we see that in college basketball too. You play a lot of cream puffs early on, and really doesn't help you as you get down the stretch. I mean, if you're going to play a pretty tough schedule, at least to this point, like I said, the Mustangs, and it's a loaded schedule, no doubt. So it's going to give them a true test and get them ready for the WPL playoffs.
And some highlights over the next couple of weeks on Laurel Highlands' schedule. I mentioned the Keysport game next Friday. They'll have a rematch of that PIAA quarterfinal loss that they had last year against Gateway. That'll be at Laurel Highlands High School on December 22nd. And then 2 games at the CCBC Dome in Beaver County in late December against West Philadelphia, who's certainly going to be a tough game, and Lincoln Park Lincoln Park and Laurel Highlands, most publications, the top two teams in 4A this season, and 4A on a whole just absolutely loaded.
Well, and the thing of it is, too, when you look at that Lincoln Park team in West Philadelphia, I'll guarantee you they both have a lot of size, and that's going to be a tough challenge. The Mustangs really aren't very big. I mean, outside of Kavanaugh at 6'3", they really don't have a whole lot of size. I mean, Keandre comes in, they have him listed at 6'1", but I'm sorry, at 6'3", but like I said, his leaping ability changes his underneath play, but really they're going to need some people to hit the boards here throughout the whole season.
I think Patrick Kavanaugh is going to be key as well, aside from Keandre, really the only other size the Mustangs have.
Well, and the other thing, too, is he's got to stay out of foul trouble. As you mentioned, I mean, the Mustangs probably aren't going to be very deep. I'm going to guess maybe 8 players off the bench, 9 at the most. But he's going to need to stay out of trouble, foul trouble, just to keep the middle clogged up for the Mustangs.
Take a quick 2-minute break and be back with the opening tip-off. Laurel Highlands and Mount Lebanon from Mount Lebanon High School here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Does your car sound like it's saying, "Trade me in, trade me in," every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, "Trade me in, trade me in." Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
Let's face it, sometimes local is just better. Locally grown, locally sourced, shop local, eat local. But what about local expertise? At Allstate, Russ Blejo is just that, a local. So contact Uniontown area Allstate agent Russ Blejo so Russ can help you with protection that's right for you and the things you love most. Allstate, are you in good hands? Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family-owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Raising your grandchildren or a loved one's children is an honor that allows them to live, grow, and thrive among family. Providing a safe, loving home is rewarding and challenging, but you're not alone. Pennsylvania Ken Connector is here to help kinship families. Ken Connector is a free resource of skilled, compassionate professionals who will connect you to services, training, and support groups. Call 1-866-546-2111 or visit kenconnector.org today.
Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Rodney Gallagher.
Back here at Mount Lebanon High School, just about set to go. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils, your officials here tonight. Dave Ross, Chet Bonner, and Eric Blair, the Mustangs, in their away blues, white numbers trimmed in red. Mount Lebanon, the home whites with blue numbers and a little gold trim. Blue Devils moving right to left as we describe it. Here in the opening quarter, a really fun zone to get this high school basketball season underway tonight.
Looking forward to it, Brian. Like I said, it's one of those things you hated to see the football season end for the Mustangs, but obviously a lot of excitement for basketball, especially over the last couple of years after the results that the Mustangs got with 2 WPIAL championships.
And we do not have our score hub operating tonight just due to some network issues here at Mount Lebanon High School. We won't have that today or tomorrow. They have a steel roof here on the gymnasium, so our normal Wi-Fi setup didn't work, and they're kind of a splash network, so we could not get our score hub to work with their network. But we are on the air, and I do have the manual updates down here, so if you see some scores a little off from time to time, that's us, just Tony and I up here, Jerry behind the camera, Nick back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. We'll try to keep you updated the best we can on the score for you folks on the Facebook Live feed. Keandre DeShields in the center circle. He'll jump here for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, waiting for Mount Lebanon to break the huddle on the far side. And Tony, you told me earlier in the week, you remember Jill David playing for the Pitt Panthers back in the 1980s.
Yes, I do. I mean, he was a great player here at Mount Lebanon, went on to play for the Panthers and had a good career. I shot you those numbers the other day, and he was a heck of a ball player.
I didn't remember him too much, but again, I was born in '78, so I was a little tyke back when he was playing for the Panthers.
Yeah, me too.
Blue Devils set to go. Be Tanner Donati to jump. No, maybe not. He's going to get repositioned here, and Brody Barber will jump here against Keandre DeShields. Well, Dave Ross step in the center circle. And we'll get the opening game of the season underway. Laurel Highlands and Mount Lebanon. Nice to have you along with us for a Friday night of high school basketball here on WMBS. Ball in the air, and the tip-off bounced around and controlled by Mount Lebanon. A quick up and in for Tanner Donati.
That ball just bounced off about 4 players, and Donati right place at the right time. And here you get a little full-court press action by Mount Lebanon to start this game off.
Keandre up top, guarded there by Nathaniel Gerard, holds on the wing, try to send it off to Rod. And we talked about a little early rust, especially with some of the football guys there, Tone, and the Mustangs turn it over in back violation.
Interesting to start out, though. I'm kind of surprised that they get DeShields up top playing a guard spot and kind of handling the ball early on. I thought they might have tried to post him up down low, but we'll see what Rick Hogger does the rest of this game.
Mount Lebanon student section already chanting overrated on the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. They went 27-0 until it lost against Gateway last year. What do we got down here, Tim?
Trying to see what they did call.
It's going to go on Laurel Highlands. Mason Bolish.
Looks like it was going to be on Bolish. Yeah, it looks like they called him for a push or a hold. So Bolish with his first team foul.
Brody Barber will send it in. Actually had a couple of technical fouls called in the opening game here between Erie McDowell and Northgate. That game was won by McDowell over Northgate. Wouldn't expect to see that early on in the season, but got a little chippy.
Yeah, it was, the Erie fans weren't real happy either, but it was a good game. I mean, we watched pretty much the second half. It was a good, close contest.
And historically over the years, Mount Lebanon's played a slower tempo game, and they took it around the arc before Nathaniel Gerard was able to drain a 3, and 5 unanswered out of the gates here for the Blue Devils. They lead Laurel Highlands 5-0.
Man, you can see you're right. The Mustangs do have a little bit of sea legs here early on.
Here's Rodney, long 2 near wing, up the back iron, no good. Battle for the loose ball rebound underneath. It comes free, and we're going to get a call here on the Mustangs.
I'm not so sure about that call. I mean, I thought Kavanaugh pretty much had position on it. He was just fighting for the ball at the same time, but now all of a sudden 2 quick fouls on the Mustangs. Kavanaugh picks up his first.
Laurel Highlands down 5-0, 6:42 left here in the opening quarter. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanula. Nice to have you along with us. Jerry Dupay behind the camera on our Facebook Live video feed, and Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Kavanaugh almost a steal there, but Mount Lebanon able to keep it alive. Pfeiffer coming inside, looking for positioning. Down low to Donati. Pulled back on the near wing here to Michael Pfeiffer as we have some players from McDowell walking in front of us. Back up top again to Pfeiffer. Watch there from Keandre. Switches back to Tanner Donati. Kicking it out to Garofoli. 3-ball off the mark. And Kavanaugh controlling the rebound on the far side there for the Mustangs. Off to Gallagher. He's fouled in the backcourt there by Garofoli.
Yeah, and Garofoli just got caught with the reach. Tried to make a steal. He didn't agree with the call, but had pretty much all of the arm of Rodney Gallagher right there. So first team foul on Mount Lebanon.
And Blaze Krisner will trigger it in here for the Mustangs. 6:03 left here in the opening quarter. Gets it into Gallagher. It's double team. Trying to go back to Blaze. And the pass gets deflected. Blaze trying to regain, in some trouble. Gets out of it. Off to Keandre and across. Here's Keandre up the court. Long two up top. On the way and good for the Mustangs' first 2 points this season. Keandre to Shields.
Yeah, nice little pull-up move there by DeShields. Smart not to take it in. He might have picked up an offensive foul.
3 from the far side, off the mark there, taken by Gerard for Mount Lebanon. Laurel Highlands the rebound, and they'll break back. Going the other way underneath, a little contact, and a charge call there on the Mustangs. Going on Gallagher.
And that's one of those ones where you normally see Rod contort his body and do whatever he can do just not to draw the foul, but right there, pretty good defensive position by Mount Lebanon.
You can tell this Mount Lebanon team well schooled here, Tony.
Oh, very much so. As we said, Joe David, excellent coach, and he's been an excellent coach here at Mount Lebanon. I mean, this is one of the premier programs in the WPIAL.
We said some rust on the Laurel Highlands side. That's certainly been evident here in the opening 3 minutes or so in this game at Mount Lebanon High School. Mustangs playing on the road, and they'll be on the road most of the month of December. In fact, Laurel Highlands only 2 home games in the 2022 calendar year. Here's Donati pulling it back to Michael Pfeiffer, and they'll swing it around the arc again to Gerard, who hit a 3 earlier on this quarter. Up top again, Garofoli to his left, playing catch there with Pfeiffer. Garofoli again, kick out. Barber drains the 3. Brody Barber, the 6'2" junior guard, extends the Mount Lebanon lead now to 8-2.
Second made 3 by Mount Lebanon here. You can tell they've got some shooters on this team, Brian.
They are hot to start this game. Here's Keandre working off a double team. Touch from Kavanaugh in the corner to Bolish. Hit some big threes for the Mustangs last year. Out to Keandre, who answers back for Laurel Highlands. Keandre to Shields has all 5 of the Mustangs' points. Mentioned he came in with 881 career points, adding to that total now at 886. And the Mustangs banked within 3 at 8-5 here at the 4:27 mark of the opening quarter.
Yeah, like I said, it will not take him long to get to 1,000 here. I'm sure he's going to do it probably before the end of 2022.
And Tony, I think they just called the second personal foul on Rodney Gallagher.
I don't know how they did. I didn't see the call. Hey, I see it up there, but I think that's incorrect.
It was quick here on the near side. Driving, missing there. Donati. Mustangs the rebound. Mason Bolish pulling it back to Blaze Krisner. Krisner back across for the Mustangs. Krisner pulling it back out to Gallagher. Kavanaugh setting the screen, now backing off. Gallagher draws the double team, works left of the lane. Kick back in the corner, 3-ball on the way and good from Blaze Krisner. And we're tied at 8. Big time shot there from Blaze, Tony.
And that's a huge shot because what that does is that opens up the inside too with Krisner hitting that shot.
On the other side, down low, Donati has it knocked away. Gallagher out of the pack with numbers, drives inside, scoop shot no good. Keandre offensive rebound, goes strong, and scores on a putback. 7 here in the opening quarter for Keandre to Shields, and Laurel Highlands now a 10-8 lead over Mount Lebanon, their first lead of the night.
And you got a little, the scoreboard, well, luckily they can't see it because it's not correct anyway.
They have Mount Lebanon leading 10-8. Our scoreboard's correct. Laurel Highlands leading 10-8. And Lebo will trigger it in. Just ruled out of bounds on that last whistle. Gerard pulling it off to Brody Barber. Back to Gerard again. Watch there by Kavanaugh. Nice little crossover. Bounce pass inside with the finish. Tanner Donati. Donati with 4. We're back tied at 10 here at the 3:03 mark of the opening quarter.
Yeah, a nice cut there. Backdoor cut by Donati.
Mount Lebanon, they play some old school basketball. Kavanaugh on the inside. A little contact and a foul call.
That's going to be on Donati. And I don't blame him there. Don't give Kavanaugh that easy basket. Kavanaugh had a wide open lane. He could have laid that in without a problem, but make him go to the line and try to make him. Kavanaugh last year only a 67% free throw shooter, but only 2 for 3 from the line.
Yeah, not a real good sample size there. Misses his first of 2 there. Who's that foul posted on there, Tony?
That was on Donati. That was number 3, yes.
They didn't put the number up yet.
That's why I don't trust that there's 2 fouls on Rod. They're going to.
Now, score should be tied at 10 right now. Their scoreboard said 11-10 for a moment.
Yeah,
the first free throw was missed.
Yeah, they did correct it. So Kavanaugh now with his second attempt.
And John Walters checked into the game for Mount Lebanon. Second free throw, no good there from Kavanaugh, and the Blue Devils the rebound. Back across to Walters. Walters pivoting at the foul line. Kick out, and the 3 good from Nathaniel Gerard. His second made 3 of this opening quarter. Now the Blue Devils on top 13-10. With 2:41 left here in the opening quarter. Contact down low as Keandre tried to send it off to his left to Patrick Kavanaugh. The Blue Devils picking up another foul.
That's going to be on Gerard. He basically clobbered. The Shields did not want to give him that easy layup. So that's going to be his first. That's only the team 3rd foul. But it's going to send the Shields to the line. As you mentioned, the Shields having a good game here so far, Brian. 7 in this opening quarter.
71% from the foul line last year and makes his first of 2 here.
And while Keandre's at the line, I got to give a shout out to my man Terry Shields, Mr. Quickfill. Told him I'd give him a shout out this morning when I got a little gas on the way down.
Keandre's second of 2 on the way in good. Speaking of gas stations, we had a nice morning into the afternoon at Bob Sunoco on Morgantown Street. Nice little benefit for the Fayette Friends of Animals with our friends at New Bowers Flowers. Thanks for everyone who stopped by and made a donation. 13-12, Mount Lebanon over Laurel Highlands. 2:27 left here in the first, and the Mustangs picking up another foul.
Yeah, that's going to be on Kavanaugh. That's his second. So with 2:27 left to go here in the first, it's going to be interesting. Coach Hogger is going to pull Kavanaugh. Going to bring in Nate Schwartzfeger. So Nate getting his first action of the year.
Averaged just under a point a game a season ago. 6'1" senior guard.
Yeah, but a good 3-point shooter.
Here's Gerard. Watched there by Schwartzfeger. Sends it off on the far side to Michael Pfeiffer between defenders. Has it stolen by Rodney Gallagher. It's bumped coming back through center.
Well,
foul get called there on Walters, I believe.
Number 10, J.P. Walters.
It does go on Walters.
Yeah, I think Rod might have got away with a little walk there, but we'll take it. I thought he might have shuffled before he put the ball on the floor, but we'll take the foul. That's the 15th foul.
Bolish triggers it in the backcourt to Gallagher's double team. Needs a little help, and finally Schwartzfeger comes back to help out Gallagher. A little lob over to Keandre, long 2, near wing, rattling out there. And the rebound underneath pulled down by Riley Faribaugh for Mount Lebanon. Off to Walters, who brings it across, tries to spin off on the inside and missed on the shot. Good defense there from Antoine Black, seeing his first action for the Mustangs. Averaged 6 points a game last year playing for Brownsville as a freshman. Mount Lebo, though, keeping it alive on the offensive glass. They lead Laurel Highlands 13-12, 1:40 left here in the opening quarter. Gerard on Schwartzfeger, kicking it back in the corner. Pfeiffer coming baseline near side. Nothing there, needs help, he's trapped. Resets back up top to Garofoli. Garofoli back in the corner there to John Walters. Walters on the inside, touch from Garofoli. Near side again, Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer between defenders, going strong and getting the 2 to go. First 2 of the night for Michael Pfeiffer. And the Mount Lebanon lead up to 15-12 over Laurel Highlands with 1:13 left here in the opening quarter. And Gallagher answers back to tie the game. And those are his first points of the game, Tony, and they come from outside the arc.
Well, and that's a good sign because, like I said, Rod has always been a really good shooter. And when he's on a streak like that, he can carry a team. We've seen it done a number of times. So hopefully this will continue throughout the night for Laurel Highlands and Rod.
50 seconds left here in the opening quarter as Walters holds. Back to Garofoli, edge of the zone. Been a very competitive opening quarter here at Mount Lebanon High School. We expected it coming in. 2 teams that were in the PIAA playoffs a season ago. Mount Lebanon in 6A, Laurel Highlands all the way to the quarters in 5A. After a little poke, Walters regains. Nice feed down low with the finish. Riley Farabaugh. Farabaugh's first 2 of the game. Mount Lebo on top 17-15. A nice back and forth contest so far. Here's Gallagher coming back. Seam comes inside and ties the game back up at 17. 5 opening quarter points for Rodney Gallagher.
I think Rod's just really getting in the flow of the game right now. It took him pretty much the whole first quarter, but I think right now he's getting to be the Rod Gallagher of old.
5 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Near side, Garofoli. 3 ball, no good. Gallagher the rebound to end the quarter. So we're tied at 17 after 1. Back with the second and 60 seconds here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Tonight.
17. Going on now at CR Chevy East.
Get a new 2023 Chevy Equinox for only $269 per month. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individual, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year with $2,999 cash or trade equity down with GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment due while supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
Keep your legal needs close to home. Attorney Vincent T. Berry specializes in criminal justice, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. Attorney T. Berry is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to Attorney Vince T. Berry. It will be the only call you need to make. Call 724-430-0300. That's 724-430-0300.
Back here at Mount Lebanon High School, tied at 17. Laurel Highlands and Mount Lebanon leading the way for the Mustangs. Keandre DeShields with 9. And Nathaniel Gerard, a pair of threes for Mount Lebanon so far, Tony.
3 threes made by both teams early on. In a pretty good game. And we figured this was going to be a close game, Brian. I mean, right now, 2 very good teams. Mount Lebanon, extremely balanced. I mean, you've seen 5 people score already for them. Whereas the Mustangs have 4 scores. I'm sorry, 3 scores. Excuse me. DeShields, Gallagher, and Krisner. Yep, right.
At least with his name in the book for some circles, but that's about it.
Yeah, well, you want those circles to be colored in.
For sure. Again, Mount Lebanon lost 4 seniors to graduation after last year. The Mustangs losing 3 of their 5 starters as well, 2 to graduation, and Davis transferring off to a prep school in Erie. And for Uniontown fans, they had a nice start to their season as well. A 91-21 win over Steel Valley at Norwin High School in our Peachens Pharmacy scoreboard. Second quarter underway here. Gallagher trapped in the backcourt, gets out of it. High feed brought down. Antoine Black with the seam, takes it inside for the quick 2. And Antoine Black, his first 2 points in a Laurel Highlands uniform, as the Mustangs on top now, 19-17. Back on the other side, a little leaner, and scored there for Liam Sheely. Sheely, a freshman, Tony, they're very high on at 6'3", great size for a youngster.
Well, a pretty nice move right there on the baseline. Hit that nice little floater for his first basket of the game.
Keandre now in the Mount Lebanon zone. Watched there by Gerard. Kicks it on the wing. 3 ball shorts for Blaze Krisner. Goes out of bounds off of Mount Lebanon and out. So Laurel Highlands will retain possession here in the Blue Devils zone unless we get a switch here. But is that a Mustang down? Maybe just a shoelace
No, I think I think the back of his shoe came off. I think he has to put it back on. I thought it might have been an ankle there at first, but looks like the back of his shoe was taken off. So now Black, after picking up his first 2 points of the game. It's kind of interesting, too. You see Mount Lebanon trying to double up on Rod. And really what he's doing is kind of baiting them, you can tell. Just waiting for the open man. I think you're going to see a lot of open looks on the side, on the backside.
Keandre driving and a little finger roll finish. Put him in double figures already with 11. Big George talked about a big game for Keandre, and he's off to a nice start, Tony. There's a 3-ball drained by the freshman Sheely. So Sheely coming alive. 5 off the bench here in the second quarter. Now Mount Lebo in the lead over Laurel Highlands at 22-21.
And not a good pass there. Full court pressure. And that's a turnover by the Mustangs. The ball was trying to get thrown into Black and just overthrew it and got knocked out of bounds. So now Mount Lebanon trying to add to this 1-point lead.
Sheely's going to start earning some starts here, Tony, hitting shots like that for Joe David's squad. Looking very impressive. Garofoli back out to Gerard between the circles. Touch from Walters, and now Gerard again. And the Mustangs will play on the same floor tomorrow against Erie McDowell on the Earth Our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 3, opening Tip-off set for 3:30. Garofoli to his left, and the freshman Sheely drains another three. So Sheely off the bench, Tony, with 8 points in about 90 seconds here in the second quarter. And a lead at 4, and now the Mustangs turn it over again.
Yeah, and just a little too quick there. Let's see what Coach Hogger does. Down 4. And I noticed too on the last trip down, the Mustangs playing a 2-1-2 zone. Now they've switched back into man. They played man the whole first quarter.
And you get a Mount Lebo basket here. You might want to think about taking an early timeout. There's Sheely pulling it out up top. Gerard on the switch back to Garofoli. Back to Sheely in the corner. And the kid hits another three. It's absolutely unbelievable. He has 11 points in 2 minutes here in the opening quarter, and the lead's at 7. The Mustangs desperately need a timeout now. Gallagher turning, shooting, and getting a friendly roll there to give Gallagher 7. Fast-paced action, 28-23. Mount Lebanon on top. 5:43 left before halftime.
Now they've switched Gallagher onto Sheely.
Well, he's going to draw some coverage, Stone, hitting shots like that.
Came out on fire.
He has all 11 points for the Blue Devils here in the second quarter. He has it again, playing catch there with Garofoli. Comes baseline, watched by Black. Back to Sheely again. This one off the back iron, no good, and they're just going to keep on feeding him.
Yeah, they're going to call a
keep on
push.
Hitting shots like that.
Yeah, they're going to call a push. That's going to be on number 10. That's going to be on Walters. Walters with his second. Just made the push trying to go after that rebound. He couldn't get to it, so now Mason Bolish going to check back in for Nate Schwartzwager. They're going to have Black stay in. So you have Krisner, Gallagher, Bolish, DeShields, and Antoine Black in full court coverage, or full court pressure again by Mount Lebanon.
5:16 left before halftime. Here's Keandre in the backcourt. Sending it across there to Bolish. Back to Keandre. Right down the lane and slams it in. There's Dutton number 1, Tone.
There's one.
That'll get Big George up with the foam finger.
Yeah, and a nice pass right there by Bolish, too, to see the cutting to Shields right down the lane.
Has the Mustangs back to within 3 at 28-25.
And that might be the spark that the Mustangs need right here.
Gerard will switch back. Barber in the corner. Pfeiffer working there on Bolish. Bowling his way in, threw it up over the shoulder, no good. Nice hustle, offensive rebound. Barber keeping it alive. Back out in front. Sheely couldn't finish there, and the Mustangs with a rebound. And Gallagher out of the pack with it.
Yeah, and a couple point-blank shots. They just couldn't get it to go.
Gallagher for 3 in the tie off the front of the rim. No good. Antoine Black, offensive rebound. Puts it back up again. Too strong. Keandre, third attempt on the possession. Gets it to go in 1. And boy, is Keandre hot. Has 6 here in the second. 15 for the game with a free throw upcoming that could tie this game at 28.
I'll tell you what, he's having a great game. I mean, early on, there's really no stopping him underneath.
And Keandre, by the way, big week, Tony, received 2 preferred walk-on offers for football from West Virginia and Penn State. And I don't care what the sport is, whether it's football or basketball, the kid can play. And our colleague Steve Superk even said earlier in the week, somebody needs to step up and give this kid a D1 offer.
Yeah, and now you had, for an injury, you had Nathaniel Gerard getting out. Looks like he might have jammed a finger or something, might have a little blood on him as well. So now DeShield's going to try to get the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
He averaged 19 points a game a season ago, and that free throw rattling out. And on the backside, almost out of bounds, able to save it there, Brody Barber from Mount Lebanon. And Barber quickly across. Rod almost a steal. Got deflected off to Garofoli, who regains up top, trying to spin off of Krisner. Resets there over to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer here on the near wing, watched by Antoine Black. Pfeiffer off to his right, back in the corner, 3 on the way, and that one short and over the glass from Brody Barber. It'll be Mustang basketball as they trail by 1 at 28-27 midway through the second quarter.
And again, I think the referees kind of, they told Black to tuck his shirt in. I'm sorry. I thought maybe there was a little chattering going on the other side, but they told Black to tuck his shirt in. So now again, full court pressure being shown by the Blue Devils.
Black had a heck of a football season as well. What a breakout player he was this year for the Mustangs.
I think he's going to have a good basketball season as well. I think he's going to be one of those guys that
Rare turnover there from Keandre. Started to interrupt.
No, you're
So
fine.
miss
You're
from
fine.
Pfeiffer. Ball loose. The Mustangs lucky to get away there unscathed.
They got numbers.
Keandre driving back between defenders. Gets it to go again. Keandre 8 here in the second, 17 for the game. Laurel Highlands back in the lead at 29-28.
Another turnover. Just over the outstretched arm. They tried to get it down low to Sam Diebert, but that pass just a little too high, and it went out of bounds, so the Mustangs to trigger it in against this full court pressure.
We'll send it in there to Keandre. 3:35 left before halftime. We don't have our normal score hub. We'll have it back on Tuesday. We'll bring you the Uniontown game against Connellsville, but just due to some issues with the network here at Mount Lebanon High School, unable to get that one to operate on their network. And here's Gallagher on the far side, driving in, ball fake, floater, no good. Rebound pulled down by Samuel Diebert, who just came off the Mount Lebanon bench. Forward there to Barber, cross court near side, pass brought down, Garofoli. Good defense from Krisner. Garofoli able to get around him. Thought about the shot from the foul line, sends off to his left. Pfeiffer drains the three. Michael Pfeiffer with 5. His first made 3 of the game, and Mount Lebanon back in the lead at 31-29.
Yeah, and I don't know how he got that ball over the outstretched fingertips of the Shields. I thought he was going to swat it away. But nice shot there by Pfeiffer.
The Blue Devils have shown that they're a solid shooting team, and they get a steal there from Barber, who comes back, and Gallagher's going to pick up his 3rd personal foul.
Rod doesn't agree.
15 foul.
See, that's what I said. I only have him at 2.
The PA announcer said 2nd. Scoreboard says 3, and that's something I think at halftime, Tony, they need to get together on, because you could have a situation where he has 4, scoreboard says 5, and the referee could end up fouling him out.
Well, here's the thing. That first foul was called on Mason Bolish, and you wonder if they gave it to Gallagher.
Correct.
But I only had him for 2 as well, and it's like, wait a minute here. So the scorekeepers for LH are going to have to go over this at halftime to make sure that everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, I agree. That could be a serious issue in the second half. And rare to see Ronnie get in foul trouble, and 1 of 2 at the line is Brody Barber, who missed the first, made the second. He has 4. Mount Lebanon's lead now at 3 at 32-29 with 2:40 left before halftime.
And actually, Rod going to take a little seat. Unusual. So now you got Bolish and the Shields running the point.
Keandre long 2 up top. In and out. Nice offensive rebound there. Krisner keeping it alive. He draws the double team, gets out of it, flips back to Antoine Black high on the right. Black now directs traffic, fronted there by the freshman Sheely. Black stays with it. Timeout. Laurel Highlands will take one as well. 2:19 left before halftime. Lebo 32, Mustangs 29. We're back at 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peach & Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peach & Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peach & Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat. Peach & Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Back here at Mount Lebanon High School. Been a fun one so far tonight, Tony. 2:19 left before halftime. Laurel Highlands trailing 32-29, but these are the games that are fun to call.
I love basketball. I was sitting here thinking, you know what? Just the action of it and just everything about it. It's just, and like I said, to see 2 good teams play to start this season off, I mean, that makes it even better.
Have to say hello to all of our friends at Mama Ruka's Potters and the Catholic War Vets with a game on tonight.
I would imagine they got a bunch of people watching.
Yeah, Friday
nice
night
crowd here tonight, though. Yeah.
I agree. We were watching some of the video of the Uniontown Steel Valley game earlier. Billy Dice doing a nice job getting that one up as well. And the crowd there seemed non-existent, but here it's packed at Mount Lebanon High School, and a quick steal there from Michael Pfeiffer. Of course, Steel Valley, their football team playing tonight as well, so maybe a lot of their fans watching football action against Westinghouse over at West Mifflin High School. Gerard here for Mount Lebanon. Switching up top there with Faribaugh. Touch again from Pfeiffer. Back in the corner and driving Garofoli with a foul called on Laurel Highlands.
I think that's going to be on Bolish on the backside. Who did they call that on? They called it on Michael Bittner, who checked in for the Mustangs. So Bittner, the 5'10 senior guard, picks up his first foul.
6th team foul in the act. So 2 free throws, and making the first of 2 is Garofoli for his first point of the night.
And Garofoli, just a point guard, came in the only returning starter. Averaged 8 a game last year, but a little bit different role here with this team this year so far. Knocks down the second one.
He goes 2 for 2 to extend the Mount Lebanon lead to 5 now over Laurel Highlands at 34-29 with 1:42 left before halftime. Keandre up top. Floating it back on the near side here to Michael Bittner. And now Keandre again. Keandre backing off here with 90 seconds left before halftime. Gallagher still on the bench for Laurel Highlands. Either has 2 or 3 personals. Might have been a travel not called there on Krisner. Mustangs keep it alive, and we'll double-check the foul situation at halftime as Keandre misses on a long 3. Rebound goes right to Garofoli for Mount Lebanon.
Yeah, and I think the Shields forced that shot a little bit.
Here's Pfeiffer, floater in the lane, short. Loose underneath, nice offensive rebound there. Faribaugh keeping it alive. Bouncing it out to Gerard. Now back to Garofoli.
And you got to think, I mean, there's 1 minute, under a minute to go. I can't imagine Mount Lebanon's going to hold it for the full minute, but I'm sure they're just waiting for a nice backdoor cut, catch somebody sleeping, and try to get an easy layup.
Pfeiffer back to Garofoli. Watched again by Bittner. Mustangs just kind of letting Mount Lebanon do their little mini weave up top. They'll switch back here again with Gerard. Then 30 seconds left here in the quarter. Garofoli, after getting the feed from Gerard, trying to work there on Bittner. Another switch back to Faribaugh, and I have the feeling they're going to take this all the way down.
They are going to. Kind of surprised. I thought maybe they'd try to trigger something in with 30 seconds to go. But, hey, why not? You got the lead. Milk it out.
Got 10 seconds left now in the quarter. Pfeiffer still with it. Watched there by Antoine Black. Resets up top. Touch from Sheely. Sending it out. The high arcing 3 will be an air ball from Faribaugh to end the second quarter. But Mount Lebanon will go to halftime with a 34-29 lead over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Stay tuned. Our halftime show on the way next with halftime stats courtesy of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. They come your way next here on WMBS and the Triple Live High School Sports Network. Also take a look at our scoreboard brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy. That and more on the way next. 34-29 Blue Devils over the Mustangs.
Riverside Ford's announcing the Ford Shine Bright year-end sales event. Thurby's has got the inventory and the best deals of the year. Now get 0% Ford credit financing on all new 2022 Ford Escape, Edge, and Explorer for 36 months. Now that's a deal. How about the best-selling truck on the planet, the new 2022 Ford F-150 that comes with 2.9% Ford credit financing for 60 months. Shine bright this holiday season with a new Thurby's Riverside Ford in your driveway. Stop in and see Sammy, Jimmy, Joey, or Ashley for the best deals of the year. Hurry, offer ends January 3rd, 2022. Thurby's Riverside Ford, 1 mile past Lady Luck Casino on Route 40. Your One Ford Elite Presidential Award-winning Ford dealer.
Are your dentures cracked, loose, broken, or missing a tooth? Or maybe it's time for a new set of dentures. Call the office of Dr. Jonathan Krisner and Dr. Jennifer Haar at 600 Cherry Tree Lane in Uniontown. Thanks to their in-office denture lab, they can make your new dentures faster than other offices, and in most cases, same-day denture repairs. They also offer teeth whitening, clear braces, and single-visit crowns. Call for your appointment, 724-438-0241, or visit their Facebook page.
Keep your legal needs close to home. Attorney Vincent T. Berry specializes in criminal justice, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. Attorney T. Berry is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to Attorney Vince T. Berry. It will be the only call you need to make. Call 724-430-0300. That's 724-430-0300.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 59th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva and Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva and Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva and Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 59 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to sponsor local high school sports.
Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Brian Rozak and Tony Hanola back here at Mount Lebanon High School. Halftime, Mount Lebanon 34, Laurel Highlands 29. Our halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Law Firm. Tony has your halftime stats. They're courtesy of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County.
All right, let's look at the Laurel Highlands Mustangs scoring in that first half. The leading the pack was Keandre DeShields. He had 17 points in that first half. He had one made three and also a nice-looking dunk on a break down the middle. Gallagher had 7, 5 of those coming in the first quarter. He also had a made three. Blaze Krisner with a made three, and Antoine Black off the bench with a made bucket on a layup. Mustangs 17 in the first quarter, 12 in the second for their total of 29. They were 2 for 5 from the foul line in that first half, and they had 3 made threes, all of those coming in the first quarter. For Mount Lebanon, 6 guys in the scoring column for the Blue Devils, led by Liam Sheely with 11 points, all of those coming in the second quarter. He had 3 made threes in that quarter as well. He was followed by Nathaniel Gerard, who had 2 made threes in the first for 6 points. Michael Pfeiffer had 5 points on a made three as well. 4 by Brody Barber. He had a made three. Tanner Donati had 4 points all in the first quarter. And Lucas Garafola had 2 points, and that came on 2 made foul shots. They had 17 in both quarters for their total of 34. They were 3 for 4 from the foul line. But the big difference was they had 7 made threes, 4 of those coming in the second quarter, and 3 of those by the freshman Liam Sheely.
And we did confirm Rodney Gallagher 3 personal fouls.
I'm surprised. I mean, I thought they called the first one on Bolish. I just be interesting to see what they actually did, but that changes everything really in this second half. I mean, Rod at least he knows how to be careful. I mean, obviously that's one thing, but still with 3 fouls, and you also have Kavanaugh with 2. So you got a couple starters that are going to be in foul trouble to start out the second half.
In our Peachins Pharmacy scoreboard brought to you by Peachins Pharmacy inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market. 1 PIAA football score. Central Martinsburg 17 unanswered. Lead Bell Vernon 17-14 at halftime. On the basketball side of things, Uniontown destroyed Steel Valley 91-21. Bell Vernon's basketball team lost without a lot of their football stars. 83-63 to Thomas Jefferson. Earlier here at Mount Lebanon, Erie McDowell, who the Mustangs will see tomorrow down Northgate, 56-39, and Connellsville fell today to Franklin Regional, 55-29. Here it's Mount Lebanon 34, Laurel Highlands 29 at the break. Second half action comes your way next year on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Going on now at Harper Chevrolet.
Get a new 2023 Chevy Equinox for only $269 per month. Stop in for a test drive or visit charperchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year for $2,999 cash or trade equity down with GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment while supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon has spent his life helping others. Now in his 17th year of service, he previously served us as a district judge for 24 years after 8 years of teaching our kids. Like in basketball, Rick Vernon knows that it takes a team to produce winning results. Let's keep our great team of supervisors together. Rick Vernon says, go team!
Quality care doesn't have to be hard to find. NovaCare Rehabilitation has locations in Uniontown and Masontown and is accessible for all of your recovery needs. Same-day appointments and no referral needed means making an appointment is an easy process. Industry-leading treatments, including LBST Big Therapy for Parkinson's disease, which increases mobility, improves balance, and decreases time necessary to complete tasks, are available at both locations. These services supplement NovaCare's exceptional orthopedic, concussion, and vestibular dysfunction resources. Don't miss the opportunity to personalize your care with NovaCare.
Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer litigated over 275 civil and criminal trials, some of which have been aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. Having an engineering degree, master's in business administration, and law degree qualifies him to go toe-to-toe with anyone. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field and Marcellus gas negotiations, and family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. Phone 724-425-1162 or email TommySchaefer@hotmail.com.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a veterans organization located in Fayette County since 1950. They are proud to advertise on programs and to contribute to the Veterans Hospital, local sports teams, and scouting organizations. Best of luck to all of our local teams from the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Back here at Mount Lebanon High School, ready to start the third quarter of play. Mount Lebanon a 34-29 lead over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. And again, we'll have to watch the foul situation here, Tone, for Rodney Gallagher. We confirmed at halftime, 3 personals.
Yeah, I don't know where that one came from, Brian, but interesting. But like I said, he's going to have to be careful. And that's the thing. I mean, he's smart enough, and he's played this game long enough. And actually, the Mustangs not even out of the dressing room yet. They're just coming out now, and they're getting ready to start second half play. So no warm-ups in the second half. Coach Hogger must have been giving them an earful.
Well, you said to me, Tony, at halftime, you can tell to some degree, again, Laurel Highlands football team played until mid-November, and you can tell the chemistry just not there. You had Keandre, Rodney, and also Antoine Black all playing football, and it's kind of tough to get those guys back into a mesh situation. We saw that a little bit earlier on in the year last year. Maybe the competition not as tough last year to really come to the forefront as it has maybe a little bit here in the first half tonight.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you're starting off with a very good Mount Lebanon team, and like I said, they really haven't had a chance to work a lot together in practices and things like that. I mean, Coach Hogger had mentioned to me he really didn't have a chance to see them much over the summer either because of football, so it's one of those things where they're going to have to learn as they go.
Yeah, the Mustangs last year started off the season 27 straight wins, then lost that PIAA quarterfinal round playoff game to Gateway. And now they might have a chance here, Tony, to lose back-to-back games. Final game last year, and they're hoping not to lose their opening game of the season here to start the 2022-2023 campaign.
Yeah, and Even that Gateway game, I'm sure that's going to haunt them for a while. It was one of those games where they were just a little flat and couldn't get shots to go. But right now, like I said, it's Coach. Like I said, I talked to Coach Hogger earlier on, and that's what he said. He scheduled a tough season, a non-conference schedule, just to make sure that everybody kind of gets in a groove and gets ready for tougher competition down the road as the season goes on.
Blue Devils working left to right as we describe it here in the third quarter as Lucas Garofoli will bring it across. Picked up there by Mason Bullish off to Michael Pfeiffer coming baseline far side. Kicks it back out. Garofoli, jumper from the far elbow. Good for Lucas Garofoli. His first field goal of the game. Made a free throw earlier and extends the Mount Lebanon lead now to 36-29 over Laurel Highlands here in the opening 30 seconds of the third quarter.
Again, man-to-man defense by Mount Lebanon. Kavanaugh trying to set the screen up high for Rod.
Gallagher out there with three personals off to Blaze Krisner playing catch again with Rodney. Watched by Garofoli. Rodney takes the three and makes the three. Big shot there for Rodney Gallagher, who had 7 at halftime. A three there gives him 10 for the game, and has Laurel Highlands back to within 4, down 36-32. Coming back on the other side, floater in the lane, good for Nate Gerard. It's now 8 for Gerard.
And that's the thing, just nice little move to cut down the lane. With the Mustangs playing man-to-man, he had a wide-open layup.
38-32 now, Mount Lebanon over Laurel Highlands. And back on the other side, was that Kavanaugh, Tony?
That was Bolish with the basket. On a nice dish there by Blaze Krisner to catch him on the baseline.
Now still updating our scoreboard. 38-34. Mustangs back to within 4.
Mustangs again, man-to-man. Kind of thought they might have settled back in the zone just to try to guard Gallagher and Kavanaugh from picking up extra fouls, but still in the man-to-man defense.
6:25 left here in the third quarter. There's Brody Barber sending it off to his left to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer's floater no good. Keandre the rebound there for the Mustangs. So Laurel Highlands for the basketball back down 4 as we approach the 6-minute mark of the third quarter.
And Keandre acted like he kind of got hit in the mouth there.
He's going to stay with it. Fights off the double team and gets fouled on the drive. Shot attempt no good, but Keandre will have 2 free throws upcoming.
Yeah, I think they're going to call that foul on Pfeiffer. So
you're right on that.
That's his first. But it's going to be a shooting foul, so it's going to send the Shields to the line. The Shields tonight, 2 for 3 from the line.
Our game also on the South Union Township Sports Network tonight. Brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group, United Bank, Davis & Davis. Attorneys at law, Smith Lewis Chess CPAs as Keandre misses the first of 2. Jason Scott, South Union Township Supervisor, Southwestern Endoscopy Center, now a part of a brand new firm, U.S. Digestive Health. And Zebly Mahalovan White, Uniontown Business and Bankruptcy Attorneys. Second of 2 free throws, good there for Keandre. Keandre now has scored 18 points in this game, Tony, and the Mustangs made it a 1-possession game. They're down 3 at 38-35.
Yeah, need a couple stops here. Really not in a lot of danger, though, Brian. Like I said, down 3, couple turnovers, and you take the lead right back.
Here's Gerard working there on Bullish and a double dribble.
Yeah,
nice there on Mount Lebanon.
Yeah, nice defense there by Mason Bullish. Kind of stuck his hand in there. Got called for the double dribble, so near turnover, and it turns out to be a turnover for the Mustangs. And again, full court pressure applied by Blue Devils.
Tie the game now with a made 3. Rod going cross court and across on the far side. Great ball movement, but a charge called on the feed there from Bullish to Kavanaugh. Bullish will pick up the foul.
And Rick Hogger is not happy with that when he thought that the defender stepped in under Bullish as he went to the basket. So it's going to be on Bullish.
It had good ball movement all around. It was set up for the make there on the backside, but the foul called.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, you know you're going to get double teamed. Gallagher and DeShields are going to get double teamed in the backcourt, no doubt. So you got to look up the court. You're going to have a couple wide open guys.
Another 3 on the way, short there from Garofoli. The Mustangs with a rebound. Krisner across. Krisner on the near wing. Bullish thought about the 3, stays with it. Back to Blaze, and now Rodney on the far side. Gallagher for 3 in the tie, rattling in. I think it was going to pop out, and it dropped right back in for Rodney Gallagher. His 2 made 3s here in the third. 13 points for the game. We're knotted up at 38.
Yeah, little tight rims here, but Rod able to get the bounce.
Mustangs will take it any way they can get it. Mount Lebanon now trying to set up Garofoli. They'll kick it back up top. Missing there on the 3 is Pfeiffer, and underneath Keandre. out of the pack with a loose ball there for the Mustangs. Keandre back across. Keandre right down the lane. Lost the handle. Was he fouled? Yes, he was.
Garofoli has his arms up, but the referee called him for a hack across the arm. And he's saying he didn't touch him, but the referee's going to call it either way, so that's a second foul on Garofoli.
It's non-shooting.
Now Black's going to check in. Going to have Mason Bolish take a seat.
You can tell Black's going to be a big player for the Mustangs this year as well. Just his composure on the courts. Rod back to Blaze Krisner. Now Keandre up top. Gallagher again high on the left. Watched by Donati. Gallagher in the lane. Floater, no good. Just fell out. Mount Lebanon with a rebound underneath. Double team comes over at Gerard able to get out of it. And he'll come forward with a good feed down the lane to the finish there from Tanner Donati. 6 for Donati, and Mount Lebanon back on top at 40-38.
And Kavanaugh might have got away with a foul there, but not called, fortunately for the Mustangs.
We're midway through the third quarter. Antoine Black over to Krisner. Sending it off to Kavanaugh. And now Keandre spinning his way in, putting it off the glass. Couldn't get it to drop. Gets his own rebound back. Keandre going strong again, and this time able to finish. Keandre to Shields now with an even 20. And we're knotted up at 40 on each side.
And that was just sheer strength underneath there. Able to wrestle the ball away from two guys. I think that's going to be they're going to call that foul on Black. I actually thought it was going to be on Krisner, but it's going to be on Antoine Black. So Black picks up his first foul.
That'll be in the act, sending Michael Pfeiffer to the foul line.
Mount Lebanon 3 for 4 from the line here tonight. Pfeiffer, it's his first attempt. Pfeiffer with 5 points.
First of 2 free throws here off the front of the rim, no good for Michael Pfeiffer. PA announcer try to say his name. Schwartzfeger.
Schwartzfeger's coming in here. Yeah, I think he's struggling a little bit with that one.
I don't know if we've gotten it right, Tony. It's a tough last name to say.
Nah, we got it right.
Pfeiffer rattling home the second free throw.
We got it right. We got his dad sitting a couple rows over behind us. He knows.
Say it for me the correct way.
Schwartzfeger.
Schwartzfeger.
Yep.
Right. 41-40 now. Mount Lebo on top. 3:25 left here in the third. Keandre back across. Picked up there by Nathaniel Gerard. They call him Nates. Keandre again between defenders. Floater in the lane. Good. Keandre to Shields. 22 tonight for Keandre, and Laurel Highlands back in the lead at 42-41. Remember last year back in the playoffs, they were down big time in some games, including in that PIAA round of 16, and rallied from a 13-point deficit. Donati comes back there to give Mount Lebanon the lead back at 43-42.
Yeah, and a nice job on the rebound. Here's Black for 3.
Off the mark there, and Mount Lebanon the rebound.
Rebound pulled down by Walters. And now
slow it back down here to Garofoli. Garofoli, good ball movement underneath. They went a little back door. And Donati with the finish. Donati in double figures with 10 as 6 here in the third. 45-42 Blue Devils. Timeout. Laurel Highlands will take one as well. 2:32 left in the third. 45-42 Mount Lebo. We're back at 60 here on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night.
Casey's Sports Cafe, owned and operated by the Vernon family and located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown, is announcing that starting October 3rd, they will have new evening hours. New hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come in to Casey's Sports Cafe and check out their new menu items and entrees. Casey's can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. And starting October 3rd, new evening hours. Phone 724-550-4126 for Casey's Sports Cafe.
Planning a sports fundraiser? B Graphics makes it easy. B Graphics will set up an online store with hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and other gear with your team and school logo. Ordering, shipping, payment, B Graphics handles everything, and you get a check with the profits. Minimal effort, maximum success. Call or go online to set up your online store at bgraphics.com. B-E-E, graphics with an X.com. Best of the best, screen printing and embroidery 3 years running. bgraphics.com.
Mustangs with the basketball after the timeout. Gallagher with it, being watched there by Gerard. And a push call there on Nathaniel Gerard.
That's going to be Gerard's second. I think what you're going to see here, Brian, for the rest of this half as long as Mount Lebanon stays in this man-to-man defense, I would clear everything out and let DeShields and Gallagher do everything they wanted to do. They're going to be able to take it down the lane. Rod got called for palming.
Yep.
So that's a turnover. Rod's got not in agreement there.
No, you rarely see Rod get called for that as well.
You rarely see that call.
You mentioned some of the deficits the Mustangs have overcome. And again, the one that comes to mind, that PIAA second round game. We're down 13 to Highlands after they knocked off Highlands 61-44 in the WPIAL playoffs. Went to overtime, and the Mustangs won 71-66 in the extra session. Garofoli here might have been a walk not called. Back to Walters. Far side Farabaugh. Another switch up to Sheely, trying to get the freshman going again, and he drains another one up top. Sheely's been red hot. 13 off the bench for Mount Lebanon. They lead again by 5 at 47-42.
This kid's a nice ball player for a freshman.
Gallagher coming back for the Mustangs. Scoop shot, score it. Ronnie Gallagher. Gallagher 8 here in the third, 15 for the game. Mustangs back to within 3, down 47-44.
Man, you can tell Rod's thinking about taking his game over himself.
And a nice block down low from Kavanaugh, knocking it out of play, but it will stay with Mount Lebo here in the Laurel Highlands zone as he swatted Walters on the drive.
Going to have Krisner check back in, give Schwartzfeger a little breather.
Returns to the game.
So now the Mustangs, 1:34 to go, only down 3.
Mount Lebanon will trigger it in on the far side. Walters the trigger man right in the basket. He needs to hurry.
That's
a 5-second call.
Oh, no, they called a timeout.
Timeout. Mount Lebanon will take one as well. 1:34 left here in the third, 47-44. Blue Devils are back at 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Law. I have experience in workplace accident cases for nearly 15 years. If you've been hurt at work and are trying to navigate a workers' compensation claim, are you being treated unfairly by your employer? When you're hurt at work, your employer's main goal is to get you back to work, but you may not be physically ready to do that. If you find yourself in a similar situation, call us at Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. We'll meet with you at no cost. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
Walters to trigger it in here for Mount Lebanon. Quick swat there. Keandre on Donati. Ball comes loose. Mount Lebo keeping it alive on the offensive glass. They'll send it out to Garofoli. NBA range 3. Out the back iron, no good. Krisner, the rebound was bumped and fouled by John Walters.
And Walters picking up his third. And a nice long rebound there by Krisner. But a better block on the backside by Keandre DeShields. Just swatted Donati. Thought he was going to have an easy layup there.
You're right on that. Krisner into Keandre. Mustangs down 3 with the basketball. 1:20 left here in the third. Keandre driving, putting it off the glass, spun out. They're to call a foul here. Should be on the drive and in the act.
It's going to be on Sheely with the reach. So that's his first. But again, going to send Keandre DeShields to the line. DeShields 3 for 5 tonight from the line.
Again, just getting out of football mode. Makes the first of 2 here, but he's had a huge game in the scoring department. 23 already in this contest for the Mustangs.
Well, and he's not done yet either. I mean, there's no doubt. He and Rod both are just going to try to take this game over. And they can do it.
Keandre's second free throw, good again. Mustangs back to within 1. 24 now for Keandre. 47-46 now. Mount Lebanon's lead down to 1. On the far side, trying to back in and then sending it out to Garofoli, resetting to the right. Farabaugh missing on a 3. Antoine Black, the rebound there for the Mustangs.
Great position there by Black. Had his defender boxed out. Really just a nice rebound.
Rodney for 3 in the lead off the mark. Black offensive rebound. Went back up, got swatted. Ball loose underneath, and it's Garofoli out of the pack with it there for Mount Lebanon. Off and across to the freshman Sheely. Now up top, maybe a little acting job there. Garofoli acted like he was hit in the face. I don't know if Krisner even made contact. And now they're going to call a foul here on Blaze.
Yeah, Garofoli looked like he was going for the high sticking there. A little bit of acting, but one of those things. So it's going to send.
Returns to the game.
Nope, Garofoli's going to take it out. Only the second team foul on the Mustangs.
Lost the folks on the radio side. We'll rejoin them at the end of the quarter. Down to 28 seconds left here in the third as Pfeiffer comes on the inside with a little switch from Garofoli. Watch there by Gallagher. 47-46 lead for Mount Lebanon over Laurel Highlands. Nice little drive, finger roll finish for Garofoli. Hasn't done a lot in the scoring department with just 5 points, but he's been all around the ball in this game for Mount Lebanon. Mustangs coming back. Keandre underneath. Foul called here on the floor. Blocking foul on Mount Lebanon.
And I think they're going to call that on Donati. He just kind of camped out. No, they're going to call it on 25. That's going to be on Faraball.
5.9 left in the quarter. Gallagher will send it in. Into Keandre on the far wing. He'll take the three to tie it up off the mark, and the rebound goes to Pfeiffer.
And what do we got here? Not so sure what's happening here.
I don't think the clock started right away, Tony.
Well, it couldn't have because there's still 5 seconds to go. It was 5.9 seconds when he missed that shot.
Yeah, the clock stopped for some reason. They're going to try to reset that, and we'll rejoin our radio audience here as well.
They're going to take it to 1.5 seconds, which is probably about right.
Through a different conduit, through the implementation of our city comprehensive plan and the construction.
Just don't pick up a crazy foul here.
I'm excited about the growth and progression of our city. Please join me in our campaign to move Uniontown forward. Please join me in taking on the challenge to make our city a place where we can live.
Nice move here by Hogger to put Bittner in so that Gallagher doesn't pick up his fourth.
I thank you, and I hope to see you at the games.
If you folks rejoining us on the radio side, 1.5 left here in the third quarter, 49-46. Mount Lebanon over Laurel Highlands. Mount Lebanon, one last trigger in, got blocked down there by Mason Bolish and deflected out. And they should have taken a little time off the clock there too, Tony. And again, recap what the folks missed while we were away.
Well, you had the Shields that got fouled and missed a shot. And the rebound was pulled down by Mount Lebanon. They took a couple dribbles and the clock didn't really start. The referees went to the table, put 1.5 seconds on it. Now going to knock it down to 1.2, even though I thought it should have been a little less than that. But
well, the clock operator said this is the first game he's ever done. We were down there earlier. So
interesting.
You got to work him in a little bit.
Yeah.
Everybody has to learn.
It's early in the season.
Yes.
It's early in the season.
Now they're going to try to go the length of the courts on a little heave. Got deflected down, and a long shot off the mark there from Pfeiffer to end the quarter. So we play three. It's Mount Lebanon 49, Laurel Highlands 46. We're back with a fourth and 60 seconds here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Pizza, beer, atmosphere. It's all at Mom Maruka's Pizza, located on Barton Mill Road in Uniontown. Mom Maruka's is your prime spot to enjoy local high school sports. Family owned and operated, the Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, wings, and the best Italian hoagie and homemade bruschetta in town. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday from 4 to 10 for indoor and outdoor dining and takeout. Don't forget Mom's catering services for your next party or gathering. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukapizza.com for their menu and live music schedule.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Mount Lebanon a 49-46 lead over Laurel Highlands. Tony, I think you know our 50-50 win.
I do. Yeah, but I don't want to say it because the IRS might come after us. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do. Put it this way, I don't know it as well as I know me, so it wasn't me.
You want to think what last year or the year before down at TJ?
That was a TJ, yes. Yeah. That was beautiful there.
So leading the way for the Mustangs in the scoring department so far, Keandre DeShields with we have him for 24, 25.
I got him for 24.
24?
Yep.
24 for Keandre. And then on the Mount Lebanon side, you have Liam Sheely, the freshman, off the bench with 13. I think he had 11 of those 13 in the opening 2 minutes of the second quarter.
Yeah, he was on fire, and actually DeShields and Gallagher, Bolish with all the points in the third quarter for the Mustangs.
5 Mustangs have scored in this game, aside from Keandre Gallagher and Bolish. Prisoner with 3, hit a 3 in the opening quarter, and Antoine Black, 2 second quarter points off the bench. Mustangs will have the basketball, though, to start the fourth quarter, and they'll send it in the backcourt. That's Prisoner into Rodney. And Rodney from the far wing and in, driving strong and getting the 2 to go. 17 for Rodney Gallagher. And the Mustangs back to within 1, down 49-48. On the other side, Girard here for Mount Lebanon. Over to Barber. Barber playing catch with the freshman Sheely. Sent back up top again, Girard. To his left, Pfeiffer. And now a touch from Donati again, trying to work here on Krisner. Donati directing traffic. Gets a little help there from Pfeiffer. A little ball fake on Bolish. Bolish has bulked up a little bit in the offseason.
Yes, he has.
Back on the near side, drive, hand off, and the finish from Tanner Donati after the good feed from Brody Barber. 12 for Donati. Lead back up to 5, and then Barber commits a foul in the backcourt there on Gallagher.
Yeah, not a very good foul there. Although that's only Barber's first. Tell you what, Donati's done a nice job underneath the boards in this second half. He's got 8 of his 12, and most of them been on easy layups on nice feeds by the Mount Lebanon guards.
Now it's team foul number 7 here in the second half on Mount Lebanon, so it'll be a 1-and-1 for Rodney Gallagher, trying to extend his point total from 17, and won't do it on that free throw attempt, and it goes out of bounds off of Laurel Highlands and out.
And
Rare miss at the line for Rod.
Rare is right.
Was 102 of 127 last year at the foul line, 80%. And Laurel Highlands as a team last year, 73%.
Well, and that's the thing, as we said, probably just trying to get out of football mode.
Garofoli back to Pfeiffer, and now Garofoli again. Not a lot of operating room there outside the arc right now for Mount Lebanon. Good defense there for the Mustangs. Kavanaugh in the face right now of Pfeiffer. And a timeout taken by the Mount Lebanon bench. We'll take one as well. 6:47 left in regulation. 51-48 Mount Lebo. We're back at 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Tonight.
For attorney Melinda Della Rose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Della Rose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Della Rose, 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at DelaRoseLaw.com.
Are your dentures cracked, loose, broken, or missing a tooth? Or maybe it's time for a new set of dentures. Call the office of Dr. Jonathan Krisner and Dr. Jennifer Haar at 600 Cherry Tree Lane in Uniontown. Thanks to their in-office denture lab, they can make your new dentures faster than other offices, and in most cases, same-day denture repairs. They also offer teeth whitening, clear braces, and single-visit crowns. Call for your appointment, 724-438-0241, or visit their Facebook page.
Now Lebanon to trigger it in after the timeout. Girard, the trigger man, able to send it in. Good little double team there for the Mustangs, forcing the steal from Keandre to Shields, who slams it in for his second dunk of the night. 26 for Keandre, and the Mustangs back to within 1 at 51-50. Coming back, a little floater, baseline far side, good Girard. Girard with 10, and just like that, it's Mount Lebanon 53, Laurel Highlands 50.
Yeah, nice floater, but nice anticipation there by DeShields on that pass, and with the throwdown, Gallagher's going to get fouled behind the three-point line. Garofoli just kind of undercut him right there, so Rod, he's going to go to the line for 3. That's going to be Garofoli's third foul. More importantly, it's going to send Rod to the line. Rod tonight with 17. 0 for 1 from the line.
And 53-50, Mount Lebanon over Laurel Highlands, 6:16 left in regulation, and Gallagher a second straight miss at the free throw line.
Yeah, definitely unusual for Rod.
But how much of that, though, Tony, this juncture of the season is just getting comfortable back on the basketball court?
Well, I'll tell you, it's a lot. I mean, you know, Rod previously had played all year round pretty much basketball, and spent a lot of time on football this year, obviously. Like I said, going to take him a little bit of time to get back in. He's 2 for 3 from the line there, though.
And makes his second and his third. And Rod, even last weekend, Tony, made an unofficial football visit to Penn State after he initially committed last May to West Virginia. And we'll see what the football future holds for Rodney Gallagher. With Neil Brown staying at West Virginia, you'd have to think he might stay there, but still that possibly open as coming back the freshman Sheely missing on a 3. Keandre running back off to Gallagher, handing back off. Keandre underneath, lays it up and in, and Laurel Highlands now in the lead. As Keandre has 28, Mustangs up 54-53.
Yeah, and Mount Lebanon thought that was a foul, but the referee said it was a flop. Lucky he didn't call a foul on it. So now Krisner, good defense here.
Extending on Pfeiffer.
Yep.
Over to Garofoli. Garofoli now as Bolish comes over, and they're going to call a foul there on Bolish. That was pretty close to a held ball, I thought, Tony.
Yeah, he kind of had a little arm in there, so that's going to be his third. Now, see, that's interesting, Brian, because they have him up for 2 fouls. 2 fouls for him. Where
I think you put one down for Bolish that was actually called on Gallagher. Now, whether it was a mistake or not.
Well, I have Bolish for, yeah, well, that's true. I still, whatever. Doesn't
Can't do
matter
much
at
about
this
it
point.
now.
Nope.
Garofoli, floater in the lane, no good. Got it back, he was out of bounds, and the Mustangs have the basketball back. Up by 1 at 54-53. 5:11 left here in the fourth.
And again, full court pressure by Mount Lebanon. And once they double up here, you're going to have somebody wide open.
Gallagher off to Keandre and across. Little contact on the outside there with Gerard. No whistle, we play on. Gallagher 3 up top. That one off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Pfeiffer underneath. Pfeiffer back across here for the Blue Devils. Working on Rod. Pfeiffer trying to back his way in. Coming baseline, far side, lost the dribble, needs help. Gets it there again from Gerard. Gerard on the far wing. Working there on Bolish. Repositions and gets the shot to go. Gerard's played a nice game. He has 12. Mount Lebanon back in the lead at 55-54.
Nice move. Rod taking it to the basket. Spin move. Couldn't get it to go. He's upset with himself. But they're going to call his foul. It looks like that's going to be on Garofoli. So that's big. Garofoli now with 4 fouls. You still have 4:30 to go. He's run a nice point for Mount Lebanon.
He hasn't scored a whole lot, but again, he's handled a lot of the ball, dished out a number of assists so far tonight. Now Gallagher back to the foul line with the Mustangs down 1 at 55-54. 4:30 left here in the fourth, and Gallagher able to connect upon his first of 2 free throws.
Gallagher now 3 for 5 from the line.
Has made his last 3 to tie the game up at 55. Second of 2 here for Gallagher. Good again, and Laurel Highlands back in the lead at 56-55. 4:28 left here in regulation time. Gallagher 21 tonight, Tone. Does that match up with what you have?
That's what I have.
Here's Pfeiffer,
Nice
3 blocked by Keandre. Boys, Keandre played a great game. That one deflected out of play, and it will be Mustang basketball.
The Mustangs stepping up the defense here a little bit.
Keandre has to be a candidate for our player of the game, brought to you by Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vasidis. Couple of power dunks tonight.
There's nice, get it across the timeline. You're going to have somebody wide open.
Bolish is going to take the 3 off the mark. Black was boxed out. They're still going to call him for the foul.
Whoa.
I don't think he made a whole lot of contact. He was even not even moving towards the basket because he knew he was boxed out.
That Donati had him and basically was just pushing back. Black wasn't even close. Wow, that's an interesting call. Now that's team foul number 5. That's only the second on Black. But I think Donati got away with a little foul there.
Also, time permitting, during our post-game show brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon, will have a post-game coaching interview brought to you by Davis & Davis, attorneys at law, helping people with their legal matters since 1976. 3:50 left here in the fourth. Michael Pfeiffer trying to work here on Gallagher, pulling it back off to Garofoli. Switching back with Pfeiffer again. Pfeiffer between defenders, lost the handle, but a foul's going to get called here on Laurel Highlands.
I think they're going to call that on Krisner. And they're going to call it on Blaze on the reach. So I have that for 2 fouls for Krisner.
16 fouls, so non-shooting.
Yeah, the next one sets him into 1-1.
This game kind of reminds me of some of those contests we saw in the playoffs a year ago, Tony.
I would agree.
Here's Gerard. And another foul called on the Mustangs. It'll be a 1-and-1 here from Mount Lebanon.
I think it's going to send Sheely to the line.
That went on Bolish.
Oh, no, they're
his third.
Yep, they're going to send Gerard to the line. So Nate Gerard going to the line for the first time here tonight. Mount Lebanon 4 for 6 from the line in this game so far.
Gerard has scored 12 points. 3:36 left in regulation. This to tie the game up again for the Blue Devils. Front end of the 1-and-1, though, no good. Bullish the rebound, but lost it in the lane. Scrum for the basketball. Get a jump ball called here. Go to the possession arrow. It favors Mount Lebanon at this juncture of the game.
Possession, Mount Lebanon.
Well, Mount Lebanon's had a little bit of trouble in this second half getting the ball in bounds underneath the basket. So let's see what happens here. And we did see a near 5-second call until Coach David called a timeout.
Pfeiffer will be the trigger man this time to his left of the basket. And again, has to hurry it in. Does so there to Donati. Donati resets back up top again to Garofoli. He's out there with 4 personals. Watched by Krisner. A little switch back again to Gerard. Krisner now picks him up. And Gerard, a little stumble. Ball comes loose. And a great little flip save to Michael Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer now high on the left. 3:14 left in regulation. Mount Lebanon likes the slow down game. Pfeiffer has it now. Coming baseline far side. Did he step out of bounds? No. Foul call there on Black.
Yeah, they're going to call it on Black. Black kind of gave him a little shove there. And that's going to send Pfeiffer to the line. Pfeiffer 1 for 2 tonight from the line. He's got 6 points so far in the contest.
Another 1-and-1. With Michael Pfeiffer. Averaged 4 points a game a season ago off the Mount Lebanon bench. Front end of the 1-and-1 here. Good to tie the game. Michael Pfeiffer with 7.
They're going to take Sheely out. Now Pfeiffer with his second attempt.
Opportunity to give Lebo the lead back. Free throw on the way and good for Michael Pfeiffer. Mount Lebanon leads by 1 at 57-56.
Michael Pfeiffer goes 2 for 2.
3:08 left here in the fourth quarter.
Hey, and I forgot I got to give a shout out to John Canch and his wife Mel, who are watching down at Fort Myers. Got to talk to his son, who's one of the assistant coaches from Mount Lebanon, before the game started.
What a pretty move from Gallagher. Just couldn't finish. Got fouled on the drive, and he'll have another 2 free throws upcoming. Buddy Brad Yeoman also checking in tonight, the Laurel Highlands baseball coach. Hello to Brad.
Number 32, Brody Barber.
Brody Barber picking up that foul, just his second. And Gallagher now is back in fourth contest. An opportunity to give Laurel Highlands the lead back as they trail 57-56. First of 2 here from Rod. No good again off the front of the rim.
Ethan Koffler checking in for his first action of the year. It's going to give Mason Bolish a breather.
Big spot to enter. 3:01 to play, and your team down 1. Gallagher's second free throw makes this one to tie the game at 57.
Rod now 5 for 8 from the line here.
Mount Lebanon now with the game tied. Gerard up top. We'll switch there with Barber. Kick out 3 off the mark from Garofoli, and Laurel Highlands the rebound.
Yeah, DeShields basically just out-jumped everybody to grab that rebound.
DeAndre brings it across, 2:35 to play.
Yeah, clear it out, let him go.
He's going to drive inside, 4 Blue Devils around him, and he gets fouled.
Yeah, spread the floor a little bit. I mean, you could see what's going to happen. They're playing man-to-man defense. Spread everybody out and let Keandre take the lane. I mean, it's basically an easy way to go because he's going to take it to the hole and either make the basket or get fouled.
It certainly sets up some open opportunities from outside the arc as well. You have 4 guys around you. Guys have to be open on the wings for some possible 3 balls as well. So Keandre, first of 2 free throws, no good off the back iron. The Mustangs, after shooting 73% as a team a season ago, they've been rusty at the foul line tonight.
Now let me do a quick count.
Now Keandre for a second. Trying to give the Mustangs the lead. He's able to make that one. Give him 29 in this game. Laurel Highlands on top, 58-57.
They're only 12 for 19 from the line here tonight.
2:25 left in regulation time. Garofoli, Asim driving. And they're going to call basket interference on Keandre to give Garofoli that 2. No foul was called, just in the cylinder.
Correct.
Riley Faribaugh.
Yeah, just called a goaltending call off the backboard.
So now 59-58, Mount Lebanon. We have a timeout. We'll take one as well. 2:19 left in regulation. Lebo leads by 1. We're back at 60 on the CR Brada Group High School Sports Night.
When you need rapid laboratory testing at a convenient location, look no further than WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. Utilizing the latest technology and an exhaustive test menu, laboratory services at the Uniontown Hospital are capable and ready to provide patients with superior care. Fully accredited, the Uniontown Hospital lab complies with and exceeds all medical standards. The lab itself is staffed 24 hours a day, 365 days a year inside Uniontown Hospital and is prepared to handle emergency situations as they arise. Inpatient and emergency care blood work is collected daily, and outpatient laboratory services are available Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Outpatient laboratory services are also available at the Outpatient Diagnostic Center Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Once your primary care physician has ordered a blood test for you, there is no need to schedule an appointment. The hospital's outpatient lab draw services are ready to serve you.
Back here at Mount Lebanon High School, what a game we've had here tonight, Tony Hanoa.
It's a good one, Brian. Everything we thought it was going to be, and we're getting a great game to start off the season.
59-58, Mount Lebanon leading Laurel Highlands. 2:19 to play coming out of this timeout.
Give another shout out. I just got a text from my man Dick Diaz, who's listening, a loyal listener. So thanks for listening, Dick, and hope you're enjoying the game.
Your buddy Bobby Madison says hello as well on our live video stream tonight. Bobby Ruggieri saying, come on, Mustangs, always a fan favorite. Pam Hudson checking in as well, along with Mary Lee Conti. Appreciate everybody watching this evening. Big night of high school sports, PIAA football playoffs going on around the state, semifinal round, and the high school basketball season tipping off everywhere as well. Mustangs with the basketball working right to left as we describe it. Krisner sent it into Gallagher, near side Keandre. And now Rod again, those two play catch, brought across into the Mount Lebanon zone with 2:09 to play. Gallagher up top, barks out of play, directs traffic. Approaching Garofoli, sends it off to his left to Keandre, and now Rod again between the circles. Black sets up the screen, now backs off. Rod holds on the right wing. Gallagher coming on the far side, a little leaner, no good on the shot attempt, long rebound, brought down by Tanner Donati, who races back, a little out of control on the shot attempt, was not able to convert, he went crashing into the padding, and the Mustangs find the loose ball.
Yeah, and Rod, that was a good defensive effort right there.
1:35 to play, Mustang timeout, Mount Lebanon 59, Laurel Highlands 58, we're back at 60 on the CR Brada Group High School Sports Night.
Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer litigated over 275 civil and criminal trials, some of which have been aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. Having an engineering degree, master's in business administration, and law degree qualifies him to go toe-to-toe with anyone. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field and Marcellus gas negotiations, and family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. Phone 724-425-1162 or email TommySchaefer@hotmail.com.
Going on now at Harper Chevrolet.
Get a new 2023 Chevy Equinox for only $269 per month. Stop in for a test drive or visit charperchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year, with $2,999 cash with rate equity down with GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and for payment while supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
Back here at Mount Lebanon High School, 1:34 to play. 59-58, Mount Lebanon leading Laurel Highlands. Mustangs with the basketball coming out of the timeout. Blaze Krisner will send it in. His dad in attendance tonight. See him on the far side as he sends it in to Rodney Gallagher.
Yeah, a good contingent of LH fans down here tonight.
Yes. This is not an easy place to get to.
No, it's not.
Keandre near baseline, floating it back out to Rodney. I'll be back here tomorrow. Mustangs and Erie, 3:30 tip, and here's Krisner for three. Wow! Lead, he hits it. What a big shot for Blaze Krisner. His second made three of the game puts Laurel Highlands on top, 61-59.
Wow, big shot. And Blaze, as you said, hit that three-pointer in the first quarter, and now one here with a minute to go.
Now the defense has to step up as we go under a minute left. Mount Lebanon with the basketball. They've been solid from the outside as well. They go inside here, and Keandre. What a swat there on the drive from Pfeiffer. And the Mustangs take over possession. Keandre, a little trouble in the backcourt. Gets it across to Rod. Down low, Kavanaugh wide open. Passes off to Bolish. They're going to pull it out here and kill a little clock. 39 seconds to play. Keandre back over to Gallagher. Timeout again. Mustang bench. 36.4 to play. Mustangs up 61-59. We're back at 60 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
61-59 Laurel Highlands. What a great start to the WPIAL high school basketball season. 36.4 seconds left. Huge three from Blaze Krisner to give the Mustangs the lead. We were talking during the timeout. We were a bit surprised Kavanaugh didn't take that two underneath.
Well, I can tell you this much. When they called the timeout, Coach Hogger was a little beat red because Kavanaugh didn't take that shot. I mean, it's point-blank range. It would have put him up by 4 points, and he kind of let him have it. But, you know, in that situation, I get it. He's probably thinking, okay, let's kick it back out. Let's get it to the two big boys in Gallagher and DeShields. But right now, if it comes down to foul line shooting, the Mustangs are only 11 for 19. Went back and checked my numbers, so could get a little dicey here towards the end.
Krisner will send it in. Watch for Rod here off the break. Yeah, good defense on him. Krisner gets it his way back to Blaze, and the ball stolen by John Walters. In transition, sending it forward. Scoop shot, though, no good. Gerard in the lane.
Well, you know, it's kind of interesting. Gerard in the lane.
Foul was called there, though, Tone.
There was a foul. It was called on Mount Lebanon.
Correct, yes.
But interestingly enough, Gerard knew that DeShields was coming behind him, and it basically short-armed it a little bit because I think DeShields might have swatted that into next week.
Faribault called for the foul, his second personal. We'll send it down to the other side. That's team foul number 10, double bonus the rest of the way for the Mustangs, and Rodney will shoot.
Well, Rod's used to being at the foul line in pressure situations. Let's see what he can do here.
First of two, good for Rodney Gallagher. Lead back up to 3 at 62-59.
Liam Sheely return to the game.
Gallagher's,
this one big.
Yeah, Gallagher 6 of 9 from the line. And this one's the big one.
Make it a two-possession game with 29.1 left. It's on the way and good. So the lead at 4 for Laurel Highlands at 63-59. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. 29 seconds left. We're back at 60. You're on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 59th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva and Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva and Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva and Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 59 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to sponsor local high school sports.
63-59 Laurel Highlands, 29.1 left in regulation. Among the hellos tonight, how about Jeff Douglas? He's watching with some other 1971 Laurel Highlands basketball alumni from the Carolinas tonight. He said Jeff's a big guy, Tom.
He's a big fella.
Hello, Jeff.
I remember him being 6'8" when he was in high school.
So Mount Lebanon with the basketball. Blue Devils down 4, 29.1 left. They'll send it into Michael Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer back into the forecourt. Watched by Gallagher. You had Bolish come over, almost got a steal. It's in the corner, 3 on the way. No good there from Pfeiffer. Loose ball rebound, pulled down by Antoine Black. Off to Keandre, 13 seconds left. Keandre across, pulls it out to Krisner, and they can just put this high on the right and kill this game with 8 seconds left. Keandre fouled, and the Mustangs up 4. And Boytown, this one was close. Laurel Highlands trailed throughout much of this game. Playoff field tonight at Mount Lebanon for the opener, and Laurel Highlands looks like they'll escape.
Well, they are going to escape if the Shields can, well, even up 4 anyway, it doesn't matter, but the Shields can really solidify it here.
Keandre, his first of 2, no good as the Mustang free throw struggles continue. Keandre has scored, though, 29 points in this game.
And 2 dunks. That was the over-under by George.
Right at it. Makes the second free throw to give him an even 30. Increase the Laurel Highlands lead to 64-59. And 8 seconds left in the midcourt. There is Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer for 3 from the far wing. No good. Antoine Black the rebound. And that'll do it. It wasn't easy, but the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, a 5-point win over Mount Lebanon, 64-59. And the Mustangs win their season opener this year, defeating the Blue Devils here on the road. Stay tuned for our post-game show brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. It comes your way next. Mustangs a 5-point win. We're back in a moment here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Garrett Breakiron has been a business owner and doctor in the Uniontown community for 38 years. He's actively involved in the community, served as team chiropractor for the Laurel Highlands School District, and was inducted into the Laurel Highlands Life Achievement Hall of Fame. Dr. Breakiron is also chairman of the Fayette County Reagan Republicans and wants to continue to make a difference in the community, and he'll be running for South Union Township Supervisor in the May 2023 primary. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs from Dr. Garrett Breakiron.
M&R Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, has been helping students travel safely to school in Fayette County for more than 3 years. M&R Transit is a proud sponsor of the Laurel Highlands football team, and wishes all of our area teams the best of luck. For more information about M&R Transit, phone 724-439-3164 or stop into their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Stop by Big Al's Market and Six-Pack Shop on North Gallatin Avenue in Uniontown. Family owned and operated by Phil Lucioni and Dominic Sabatini, Big Al's features 2 one-topping pizzas and a 2-liter for $21.99. Or try an Italian hoagie and a 20-ounce drink for $6.99. Check out some of Big Al's other homemade food items, including pasta salads, macaroni salads, and deli items. Big Al's Market and Six-Pack Shop, 72 North Gallatin Avenue. Phone 724-550-4250.
Sam Davis was a gift from heaven. He knows the law and the court system unlike anyone else I've ever met or seen. Sam helped me get through the federal court system with the best possible outcome.
Davis & Davis, personal injury and workers' comp.
We at Davis & Davis are humbled by what our clients have to say about us. If you've been injured, call me, Jim Davis, for a free consultation. We have been helping injured people for over 40 years. Call 724-437-2799.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peachin Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peachin Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peachin Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat.
Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Back with our post-game show. Laurel Highlands winning their opener 64-59 over Mount Lebanon. Again, our post-game show brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. Our post-game stats brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Here's Tony.
All right, for the victorious Laurel Highlands Mustangs, who start out 1-0 on the year, Keandre DeShields led the Mustangs with 30 points. He had one made three, that being in the first quarter. Rod Gallagher with 24 points, 17 of those coming in the second half. Mason Bolish with the made basket. Blaze Krisner with two made threes, but none bigger than that one in the fourth quarter. He ended up with 6, and Antoine Black off the bench with a made basket in the second quarter. The Mustangs scored 17 in the first, 12 in the second, 16 in the third, and 18 in the fourth. They were 12 for 21 from the line, and they had 6 made threes, 3 by Gallagher, 1 by DeShields, and 2 big ones by Blaze Krisner. On the other side for the Blue Devils of Mount Lebanon, they were led by Liam Sheely, who had 13 points. 11 of those came in the second quarter. Tanner Donati had 12. Nathaniel Gerard had 12. Lucas Garofoli had 8. Michael Pfeiffer with 8. 4 points from Brady Barber. 2 points from Riley Faribaugh. They scored 17 in the first, 17 in the second, 15 in the third, and the Mustangs held them to 10 in the fourth, and that being the difference, outscoring them 18-10 for their total of 59. The Mount Lebanon Blue Devils were 6 for 8 from the foul line, and they had 7 made threes, and all of those came in the first half. Sheely with 3, Pfeiffer with 1, Gerard with 2, and Brody Barber with 1.
So the Mustangs win it 64-59. We'll be back with our player of the game, brought to you by Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vicides. We'll also try to get a post-game interview as well. That'll be brought to you by Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, helping local people with their legal matters since 1976. That and more head on our post-game show here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, Facebook Live, and the South Union Township Sports Network.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturdays, 8 till 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Rags a call today at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
Does your car sound like it's saying, "Trade me in, trade me in," every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, "Trade me in, trade me in." Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
People make all kinds of mistakes with life insurance, like having some coverage but not enough to keep the family in the house, or only having life insurance through work and then losing their job. Want to avoid those mistakes? Call Allstate agent Russ Flaho at 724-439-9700. Russ Flaho can help you get the coverage your family needs at an affordable price. Are you in good hands? Call Uniontown Allstate agent Russ Flaho today and ask for a complimentary life insurance review. Life insurance offered by Allstate Life Insurance Company in Northbrook, Illinois, and Lincoln Benefit Life Company, Lincoln, Nebraska.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Law. I have experience in workplace accident cases for nearly 15 years. Have you been hurt at work and are trying to navigate a workers' compensation claim? Are you being treated unfairly by your employer? When you're hurt at work, your employer's main goal is to get you back to work, but you may not be physically ready to do that. If you find yourself in a similar situation, call us at Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. We'll meet with you at no cost. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
Ready for an easier way to manage your cards? Get more power, peace of mind, and security with the new updated app from First Federal of Greene County. Set spending limits, view merchant details, subscriptions, and where your card is stored. Plus, turn off lost or stolen cards. It's card management on your terms. Download the updated app or visit ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
Back here at Mount Lebanon High School, Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanola. Our post-game show again brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. And Tony, no surprise, our player of the game brought to you by Fayette County Commissioner Vince Facides, Keandre DeShields with 30 points.
Oh, I'm definitely in agreement right there. I mean, the way he started this game out, just tore everything up and had a great game to start off the season and really showed why he's one of the top players in the WPIAL.
The Mustangs will see Erie McDowell tomorrow. We saw Erie earlier on today knock off Northgate, and they showed they're a pretty good basketball team as well.
They're extremely fundamental. They're just like Mount Lebanon. I mean, they're really going to see the same type of game with the Erie McDowell team. So, like I said, nothing real surprising. Plus, in talking to Coach Hogger before the game, he said that he was prepping for Erie McDowell because they were supposed to play them originally tonight. So he said he was more in tune to what they were going to be doing. So he should be ready for tomorrow.
64-59, your final score. Laurel Highlands over Mount Lebanon. We're back with a final word from Mount Lebanon High School in just a moment here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family-owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's. Chris Parker Jr., it's time to go over the river and through the woods.
In time for the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Whether you're traveling to Grandma's for the holidays or planning a winter vacation, we have the vehicle to get you there.
I'm sure you have some special winter getaway deals, too.
Interest rates are high now, but here's something to be thankful for. Most new 2023 Hyundais come with 0% financing for 36 months with approved credit. Or take advantage of $1,250 HMF bonus cash on the roomy new 2023 Hyundai Sonata or Santa Fe Limited.
How about a low payment?
We have a fantastic selection of 2023 Elantras. Lease a new 2023 Elantra SE for only $219 per month. Just see us for details.
And every new Hyundai comes with Hyundai Owner Assurance, America's Best Warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, and 3-year free complimentary maintenance. Visit them online at AutolandHyundai.com or 25 East Fayette Street, downtown Uniontown.
You always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
Mustangs win at 64-59. Back here on our postgame show, our postgame interview brought to you by Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, helping local people with their legal matters since 1976. We have both Keandre DeShields and Rodney Gallagher, and you guys got back into basketball mode tonight. 30 for Keandre, 24 for Rodney Gallagher. It seemed like at times you guys maybe a little sloppy early on, but really came through with a big effort in the second half.
Yes, sir. That's a way to finish first half, we're still trying to get into things, and, it's the first game of the year, and I'm glad that we came out and looked like a championship basketball team in that second half. And my boy Keandre had a great first half, and, I was in foul trouble early, but I told him I was going to come around in the second half and help him out a lot, so he did a great job.
Now, Keandre, just talk about your effort tonight. 30 points, couple of big blocks, 2 big dunks as well in the game.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be easy. I knew we had to work for it. I just had to play my heart out.
You got a pretty big week, got a couple of preferred walk-on offers from West Virginia and Penn State earlier on in the week. Just talk about the whole process of kind of moving on from football mode into basketball mode and some big things possibly down the road for you as well.
Yeah, it's definitely different. We just had to get back in basketball shape. but we'll be all right. Yeah, it felt good to get them PWOs for sure.
And for Rodney, for you, how much have you been instrumental maybe helping Keandre out along the lines? Obviously, you committed to West Virginia. You made a trip out to Penn State last week. Talk about that whole process and having to play basketball here at the same time.
Yeah, it's been great. I enjoy it, man, and I really enjoy just playing with one of my best friends since we were young. So for him to get a preferred walk on it, I know for sure that he can be a scholarship athlete. And, one of the coaches from WU coming out to see him play and me also and show how much of an athlete he is. So I'm so excited about the future that we have together and possibly playing college together, and I hope he just comes along so we can continue to strive to make it to the next level again.
And you guys are right back at it tomorrow here against Erie McDowell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited. Another good team, and we're going to get everybody's best game, so we just got to come out here and do what we do best, and they were here the whole game, and now they have some, a lot of film and kind of stuff on us now, so we got to be ready to play.
Guys, appreciate the time. Best of luck tomorrow. We'll see you out here.
Yeah, no problem.
That's Rodney Gallagher, Keandre DeShields joining us here on our post-game show. Again, brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. And we're back with a final word from Mount Lebanon right after this. 64-59, Mustangs win it tonight.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals.
Got it.
You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Fayette County Recorder of Deeds John Marietta would like to wish the best of luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, the Uniontown Red Raiders, and all of our local teams this year. He would also like to recognize all of the talented student athletes who showcase their efforts either on the field or on the sidelines as members of the cheerleading squad or band during game time and halftime performances. Again, this message brought to you by Fayette County Recorder of Deeds John Marietta, wishing everyone the best of luck this year. This message has been paid for by HBJ Radio.
Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer litigated over 275 civil and criminal trials, some of which have been aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. Having an engineering degree, master's in business administration, and law degree qualifies him to go toe-to-toe with anyone. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field and Marcellus gas negotiations, and family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. Phone 724-425-1162 or email TommySchaefer@hotmail.com.
Tony, another fun night in Laurel Highlands starting off the season the right way. 64-59 win tonight.
And a big win, and really against a very good 6A team. So, like I said, it's a good start for the Mustangs. And as we said, it's going to take them a little bit of time. They haven't had a whole lot of time to practice with each other, but you can see that they started to gel towards the end of the night and really put on a nice performance for the Mustangs.
I think you're on wedding duty tomorrow, so I'm either solo or with Superick. Tomorrow night, I guess I'll see you probably next Friday for Laurel Highlands and McKeesport.
I'll be there, and I'll probably get down and watch the Red Raiders on Tuesday.
Against Connellsville, they had a big win tonight as well over Steel Valley. Congratulations to Coach Kesmarski and his squad on that win over Steel Valley tonight as well. And a big night for Laurel Highlands, 64-59 over Mount Lebanon. For Tony Lanola, Jerry Dupay behind the camera, Nick Parchek back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. This is Brian Morozak. So have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Mustangs win it 64-59. So long, everybody, from Mount Lebanon High School.